afternoon, good evening, fight fans. We are live. This is ESFL 192. I'm your host, Frank No Stream, but you can call me Frank. I'm joined in the booth by my friend Boiler. How you doing today, Boiler?
Frank, I'm stoked to be here. Season 1 starts today. The first real competitive card, ESFL 192. Marching on to ESFL 200, which is right over the horizon, buddies. So this is going to be a fun one.
That's right, absolutely. You just heard it here first, folks. This is our first official card on UFC 6. Of course, we've been having some exhibitions. We've had a really fun tournament over the past couple of weeks, but this is where it starts to count for real, folks. This is where we start to make that real journey towards the belt, and we've got a fantastic 13-fight card lined up for you today. It's going to be full of exciting fights. Let's take a look at the fight card real quick right now. As you can see, we've got a lot of spectacular competition today. Starting things off, Sniper Phenom versus DondaddaCam. We've got Wordlife versus Drake on the card. We've got JC21 making an appearance. Our main event's gonna be Smudger versus DirrtyDave. When you look at this card, Boiler, what are some fights that jump out? What are some things you're really excited to see today?
This is going to be where the old guard, the OGs, clash with the new blood, with the new guys. Like we've been seeing that setup in the last couple months in the exhibitions. And, of course, last week with the $2,000 tournament. So we got a lot of OGs, former champs, or #1 contenders all over the card. But we got a lot of new guys that have maybe never fought at all in the ESFL competition, or maybe only in exhibitions, right? So we got that, plus, of course, the new patch that came out just less than a week ago, or less than 2 weeks ago, a little more than a week ago. That's going to change some things, I think, too. So in terms of, like, which fight I'm looking at the most, well, I'll say this. Our main event, Smudger versus DirrtyDave. The winner of that, this is the first announcement, breaking news. Winner of that is going to be put into an exclusive tournament, 4-man tournament for the inaugural belt, for the Season 1 belt. So it's not for the belt tonight, but they will be one of 4 slots will be filled by Smudger or Dave, whoever wins. And the other 3 will be to be announced and to be determined. So I'm really looking forward to kind of building up the contenders, building up that 4-man bracket, and we'll have that championship here probably, my guess is in about a month, 3 or 4 weeks from now.
Right, so first, folks, you heard it here first. We're gonna have our first official championship tournament in the coming weeks. Make sure that you guys are following us, keeping tapped into all of the information, all of those updates, so that you know more about that whenever we're able to drop that information. And you can get your opportunity to try and get yourself to, throw your hat in the ring, see if you can get into that title contention picture. But without further ado, Boiler, I say, what do you say we get this thing started? We can jump into our first fight. Buddy. We've got Sniper Phenom taking on DondaddaCam. We've got a spectacular fight from both these guys. What can you tell us about these fighters, Boiler?
All right, Sniper Phenom. This is his first competitive fight, but he's had a lot of exhibitions and did pretty well. But he did recently lose to Wordlife and Cerberus, so you kind of get those few easier wins under your belt, and then you come up against that tough competition. But he's legit. Trust me, he's very fun to watch as well. And then DondaddaCam, he did quite well throughout not only exhibition, but also in some of those creator tournaments. Didn't quite make it into the, 2K. But long story short, this is going to be a fun matchup. We're seeing let's see, the odds here. There is no odds, actually, because these guys are so new. So I'm going to go ahead and tell them to launch, and we will get going, because I'm doing double duties here as wrangling Frank. So first fight, right. Let's tell them launch. Here we go. Launch, gentlemen. In fact, I might just do verbal launches to people that are watching, because most competitors are watching. So go ahead and launch, gents. Let's have this.
That's right, folks. We've got Boiler spinning every plate in the house, and we're going to see just how long he can keep all of those up before it's I'm going to do everything I can to make sure I'm pushing him into those plates actively, just to watch this all crash and burn right now. No, in all seriousness, guys, we're here having a good time. We're asking Boiler to do a little bit more than he normally does, but that's the thing about being a professional like Boiler is, man. He can step in, put on every hat that we've got, and make them all look good. So we're going to start this thing off. We're in the flyweight division. We have got Demetrius Johnson taking on Asu Almabayev in the red corner. So we're going to see what we get from these fights as both fighters meet in the middle and touch gloves. Sniper Phenom in the red corner, DondaddaCam in the blue corner taking a leg kick, but firing back with a couple of jabs. And as we can see, get a little latency right there as the system figures itself out. But both guys trying to figure out the rhythm, see what where the lag's going to allow them to throw. But they are getting to it early. Both guys exchanging in the pocket. A nice body kick lands there from Cam in the first. Oh, it's a spinning heel kick, catches Catches Cam right across the chin right there. That's going to do a lot of damage to that head up. He's going to have to be careful going forward here, Boiler.
Mobaya, first time I've seen him in the ESFL, pretty sure it's the first time. And now these guys are staying in the pocket, swinging a bit. I guess my question is, are they going to stick to that kind of meta boxing, or are they going to try to throw some kicks and try to mix it up? Well, we just get a 10-strike punch combo, that is. But a spinning kick there, so they're kind of all over it, Frank. They are not feeling each other out.
Definitely not. And as you can see, that first takedown attempt was stuck momentarily on the turn, but Almabayev able to keep going and get this thing to the ground. Now Sniper Phenom's in a dominant position. You asked if they were going to stick with the meta boxing, and I was about to say, I don't feel like you picked Demetrius Johnson if you just plan on walking in and boxing in the pocket, right? You don't get one of the best mixed martial artists of all time if you don't intend to mix those martial arts. But right now we see Almabayev tries to get that posture up, doesn't really get anything from it, and just stands back up to the feet. Maybe just giving Cam something else to think about as he's walking forward here.
It was just the old commentator curse. As soon as I say all they're going to do is box, then we see a spinning kick and then a takedown. But now they're back to the fisticuffs. Why did Sniper stand up, I wonder? He got that nice takedown, and he just, I guess, didn't want to get swept. I mean, you got to be really worried about DJ on the bottom, right?
Anytime I see something like that I don't necessarily understand, I just chalk it up to mind games, right? He's messing with his opponent, trying to get Cam something else to think about. As Cam goes for the turning takedown, both guys trade denials on those turning takedowns. Both guys are ready. As you can see, Sniper Phenom starting to mix a lot more of those uppercuts in those combinations. And you got to wonder if he's going to be able to catch Cam at the exact right timing when he goes for that goes for one of those takedowns. Big left hook on the counter right there. Sniper's finding his timing on these counter shots, but at the same time, Cam's doing a lot of good damage with these body strikes as Sniper lands one of his own. So we'll see who's able to take that advantage, as we've got about 1 minute and 20 left here in the first round.
Cam survived a bit of a storm, nothing too crazy, but he is up on both head health damage, leg health damage specifically. And look at the stamina starting to drain a bit for Sniper. So Sniper's, been aggressive and had some good moments, but he's starting to fall behind the power curve a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. We'll see if he's, able to show a bit more discretion on when to throw and what to throw. But at the same time, it seems to be working out pretty well for him. Obviously, he's, a little bit behind on the head health battle, but it doesn't seem to be a massive difference by any means. And, it doesn't seem like he's got much to worry about per se. Obviously, he's facing a very game opponent in DondaddaCam, and nobody's saying that he's not going to, make things happen. It's just at the moment, at the moment, he's taking a head kick, and now he might have a little something to worry about. Going into round two, though, I would say that, in my opinion, right, I would say Sniper Phenom probably took that round. What are you thinking? If we look at the total strikes, Johnson landed way more, but a slight edge in significant strikes to the favor of Sniper Phenom using Almabayev.
Oh, man, that's so close, because you think the grappling judge, so to speak, would have gone for Sniper because of the 2 takedowns, even if there wasn't much else going. But the damage was on Cam's side, which is important. I feel like that could have been a split round, maybe 2 judges gave 10-9 and the other gave 10-9. I don't know. That's a tough one, man, because the numbers, the damage, the takedowns, they all kind of tell a different story a little bit.
Absolutely. Starting round 2, we get a stuffed takedown from Sniper Phenom and another big spinning kick. That's the 3rd one he's thrown, 2nd one he's landed. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that going forward. Now, of course, not much of a dangerous spinning attacks whenever you're just in half guard on the top, but we're going to see if Sniper's going to look to maybe posture up or if he's going to try and find a better position, but some good reversals there from Cam. And then Sniper decides, that's enough of this groundwork for right now. Gets back up on the feet, where he seems like he thinks he has at least a little bit of an advantage as he lands a good body kick when both fighters get their back to their feet. He's landed good shots in the exchanges.
Oh, good shots there too as well. He keeps trying to catch him with that spinning kick, and if he does catch him perfectly, it could cause big time damage, but it's also risky if he gets ducked, man. I've seen people get one shot knocked out, maybe even at flyweight, but nice uppercut there when he ducked. He was seeking the body a little bit too much, keeping him respected there.
Seems like Sniper's doing a pretty good job of setting traps, but then, wow, Cam just firing back and extending those combos a little bit longer, getting some good shots off right there. What I was saying, though, it seems like Sniper's doing a good job of setting traps. He's throwing a lot of that spinning kick and then, throwing some hooks, maybe trying to bait out that duck from Cam so he can throw one of those uppercuts right into it. And as you can see, Cam also is trying to get his own uppercuts in. We're going to see which wall cracks first, so to speak, right, Boiler?
Yes, sir. This is a very fun fight. This is why I helped put it at the first fight of the night, because both these guys are Very skilled, but also exciting, but technical. I see a lot of technicality here. It's not just button mashing, even though they have a lot of volume. They're being pretty darn smart about it, and it's a pretty fun fight as we head through the halfway mark here. Just those little shots that Cam lands there just add up, and he catches them on another end of the punch there, man. Stack guard, this could be finished, Trank.
It could be. It looks like he's trying to get that finish.
It is.
And he does. He gets exactly that. And it's just like you were saying, Boiler. It was like death by 1,000 paper cuts, right? Just kept finding shot after shot after shot after shot. And eventually, that volume does add up, and that's what ends up ending this fight. A fantastic performance by DondaddaCam, staying consistent, staying composed, not letting himself get rattled whenever it looked like he was taking a little bit of damage there in round one, not letting himself panic whenever he got to the ground, just staying true to his game plan, and honestly, just really well fought by DondaddaCam. Just did a great job of sticking in there, finding those shots in the pocket, and finding the right one that ended up putting a bow on this fight here, Boiler.
Exactly. He was sneaking some seemingly mundane strikes in there, one at a time, two at a time. So I think Sniper, he didn't realize his head health was so low after he got caught with a couple. He engaged, and then he got a big counter, which was enough to stun him and then put him down, and he got caught with a shot on the way down too. And it was very intelligent move by Cam to go straight to stack guard with DJ. Like, that was, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh man, you're done, Sniper. Great fight, man. We'll see you again in the ESFL. But once I saw that stack guard come, and I knew it was over there, Frank.
Honestly, yeah, that's something that's a very high-level move, right? Because a lot of times you go for that finish, you follow the guy to the ground, and a lot of people will just stick there in that full guard, try to find those shots. But going up to stack guard, you get that little bit of extra damage, and that little bit of extra damage was all that was needed for Cam to make this one a Dondadda. So congratulations to him. Great victory, and now we're going to move on to our second fight of the evening, folks. Moving right along, we've got TK kaioken. He's going to be taking on Jesse 14. Both of these guys are making their first official ESFL fight. Kaioken went 1-1 in exhibitions. Jesse went 2-0. Both of them are trying to keep up their success and really make a stamp for themselves here in the season one for UFC 6 here in the ESFL, Boiler.
Yeah, both these guys caught my attention during the exhibition times, and it's been pretty tough to make the season one roster. Not gonna lie, there weren't too many people that made the roster who weren't past champions or past top 15 on prior seasons. But both these guys did well enough, seemingly have what it takes. So I was like, let's put them in the octagon against each other first, and here we go.
Yeah, and it looks like as they're in the octagon, Jesse's taking that front foot. He is marching forward with Taporia, just applying that pressure as always. Looks like Kaioken's trying to fight a bit more patiently. You know, maybe it looked like he was mixing in some leg kicks early on. We're going to see, you know, he's got the Tony Ferguson bit. Is he going to be doing the constant switching of stances? Is there going to be an attempt for him to take this to the ground? It's just a matter of what are we going to see from these guys as Taporia lands a couple of really big body shots. Is that going to be Jesse's game plan going forward? Do you think Boiler trying to drain some of that seemingly endless stamina of Tony Ferguson?
I like that with those heavy, heavy hands of Taporia and the new Stam patch. Well, if you can be efficient with your strikings and make your opponent miss and work the body, like, it can make a big difference. Just as we say that, commentary covers, he goes for the nice takedown.
Yeah, came at a very unexpected time, did a great job getting this thing right into side control. Now he's going to look to try to, I was going to say advanced position, but good job by Kaioken to get this thing back into the full guard position. And of course, like we were talking about, Tony Ferguson, how long is it going to be till he throws that leg up to try to get that rubber guard, maybe get some of those elbows off from the bottom position.
That's the shout out to any developers that might be watching. We want some nasty elbows from the guard that could really hurt somebody if it was Tony. I mean, that would be sick. You could slice his face up from here, but it's not really as viable. And that's some great work, though, right there by Mr. Taporia.
Yeah, now he's got this thing in full mount. Does a great job getting that denial as well. And so now he's going forward the armbar right here, going straight into the submission, wasting no time at all looking for the finish. And now he's just cooking that stamina down. We're going to see who's going to win the race, right? Tries to get that armbar, and looks like he does exactly that. But Taporia doesn't have as high of that submission offense, so it only takes about a third of that bar. It looks like, you know, Ferguson, of course, has a little bit to worry about, but it's not something that I would think is going to be just at the front of his mind that he's, you know, really panicking about, at least not yet, boy.
Almost as important as everything is that his block went down a little bit. So if this does go back to the the feet. Oh, arm triangle attempt here.
Yeah, I mean, we were saying he didn't have to worry about that one, but if you keep chaining these submission attempts together, then of course they do add up.
Tony, oh no. There you go, Jesse just locked that one in there, buddy. There's some stamina drain and one more of any type of submission. He's game over, buddy.
Absolutely. And right now, this is a very methodical performance by Jesse. I mean, he took this thing to the ground and has just been picking them apart so far. He's already got 2 completed, submission bars, 1 away from getting a victory, and we've got 10 seconds left here in the round. Probably won't get it here, but now he's just trying to get some good damage off, and it's working out very well for him, Boiler.
That's about as good and solid of a ground and pound sequence you could have in this game. I mean, he had multiple hits and ended it with the elbow down. Like, I didn't think I was going to finish him, but there was a chance. Like, he was doing big-time damage to end that round.
Yes, definitely. And if you're Jesse using Topuria, you got to be feeling great about that first round. Am I right? Even though the judges are showing that leg kick from the highlights, I feel like that round was more or less one-way traffic. I mean, he took it to the ground, got some good damage off, got 2 completed submissions. What else can you be looking for from the judges, I guess, besides 4 leg kicks? But no,
I'm pretty liberal with my 10-8s. I almost want that to be a 10-8. It was domination.
I agree with you, to be completely honest. Because outside of that leg kick, what memorable offense did kaioken get in that first round? He's trying to make up for it right here, getting some good 3-piece combos. But you got to be careful throwing the same amount of strikes, because somebody, high level here in the ESFL like Jesse will start to figure out when you're going to be throwing those hooks, like on that 3rd shot. He's going to try and find a way to slip out of it. But hey, kaioken mixing it up, getting some good shots in, but taking some uppercuts on the return. Got to be careful in the pocket here, Boiler.
Beautiful body work there, too, by Jesse, right? He's like, all right, I'm going to start countering you to the body. Good luck. Stuffed it.
Yeah, good job there. And that's got to be a good confidence builder there for kaioken. You don't want more of the same from the last round. So great job there to get that takedown defense. And he's really firing back in the pocket right now, getting some good shots off. But goodness gracious, all 4 of those found a home from Jesse, most of them to the body, and then finishing off that nice uppercut to the head. But hey, kaioken's doing a great job of figuring out the timing on these takedowns and even avoiding the turning takedown right there as we approach 3 minutes left here in round 2 in a much more competitive round 2 here, boy.
Yep. kaioken's absolutely still game here. If he can, that was a great kick into a straight. If he can use a little bit of that length and not just exchange in the pocket and not be taken down, he's got a chance.
Absolutely. If I'm, I would like to see some more maybe teeps and just different, like you said, long distance strikes from Ferguson. Really take advantage of that reach that you've got, on Topuria, because if you're in the pocket with that man, he's going to drop bombs. And yeah, does a great job right there. They'll get another one of those turning takedowns right back into side control. We're going to see how long it's going to take for him to go for that submission to try and finish this thing off, Boiler.
Oh, you're a wrestler now, they say. Looks like it. I mean, very smart decision by Jesse, but I felt like kaioken was doing quite well on the feet there. So there you go. There's a takedown. It landed.
It's like we always say, right? Mixed martial arts, you got to find a way to put your advantage first, find a way to press whatever advantage you've got. And that's one thing I like about seeing, fighters really try to explore every realm of the game early on, right? Because you can tell maybe from the beginning, like in that first round, it feels like Jesse kind of realized he has an advantage on the ground and was just kind of trying to wait to see when the best moment to press that was, and did a good job. Now he's just salting away the round, getting plenty of good control time, landing some decent damage from these ground and pound positions. But a great sweep right there from Ferguson to get on top. Now he can try to find a way to turn this round around, see what he can do to maybe steal this thing in this last 30 seconds.
Yeah, quite a close round. That's a big change right there. Oh, that gets swept. Nice. I figured, I don't know. Tony's got to have better stats than Topuria on the ground, right?
You would think, right? But
a little
here we
bit
are.
better.
Wow. He really fights for that Kimura, not able to really get it there before the round ends. But as you can see, a very close fight on the cards, but Topuria just edged him out in just about every statistical category. More total strikes, more significant, landed the takedown. So, and on my scorecard, I've got Jesse up 2 rounds to none. But hey, you never know what you're gonna get from these from these in-game drops. So you got to make sure you try and get finish here in round 3. What are you seeing going into round 3, Boylan?
I think that's fair, and more than likely the 10-9 round of the first round. So pretty straightforward in that regard. 10-9, 10-9, possibly 10-9, 10-8. I don't think so, but Jesse's doing work. Beautiful.
Got caught right there with that combination. That left hook right there did rock him, but able to avoid trouble at least for now. And he's just sticking around in the pocket. He is not playing around at all. As you can see, Jesse just continuing to walk forward, trying to walk him down right now. See, just how much pressure he can put on. Ducked into that uppercut. So kaioken's doing a good job of like still finding his strikes, still finding his shots in the middle of these flurries, but it's getting dangerous for him out there. And I would like to see what he can do to try and put himself, put his foot on the accelerator and really get ahead in this fight, because right now it does seem like he is fighting against the tide, trying to get back into this thing against Jesse. As another right hook lands and it's going to rock him once again. Does a good job popping that flow state, so he's going to take less damage here. Smart move right there, but we'll see, what dividends that's able to take for him later on.
Ooh, that was smart, but just as it ended, he gets cracked, and Taporia pops his. Jesse's going for the finish here potentially, and that block power's low from the armbar earlier, etc. So he might be able to block break easier. At least one extra punch will get through one time sooner because of where it's at.
Yeah, it's not looking great for kaioken. Of course, not impossible. Anything can happen in a mixed martial arts fight. You only need one to turn this thing around. But those right hands on the exit from the clinch are not going to help matters at all.
Great work by Jesse. Dirty boxing. That's about the best type of dirty boxing you can get in this game. But it worked, Just make it unorthodox, make it grindy, just keep hitting your opponent in the face.
Right. You don't have to win pretty. You just got to win, right?
Exactly. For real, especially in the ESFL, right? As long as it's within the rules.
As we can see, nice strikes on both sides right there. Both guys trying to get some head movement, see just what they can counter, but not able to fire back was kaioken. But again, going for the 1-2 head kick, almost able to get through that block, not enough yet. Both these guys are doing a great job of being very, I was about to say defensively responsible, but you and I, Boiler, are the kings of the commentary curse. As I'm saying that, he catches a massive uppercut and gets sat down again here in round 3, but a nice slip, pull counter right there. Gets a right hand, gets a rock on Taporia, just a minute. We'll see, can he continue to press on this moment? He's getting touched every time he walks into the pocket, though, so you got to figure out what exactly is going to be the avenue to victory. Does he need to try and kick more, maybe land something bigger? What do you think would help out kaioken right now in this last minute?
Oh, I actually think something like a crazy flying knee or, oh my God.
On time.
Literally within the frame. I was thinking about that in the first round, didn't say it. He threw it there. Holy cow, that's hilarious. Didn't nice hook though, so I guess it wasn't good enough.
I like how it's like, yeah, what can he do? I would say go straight for the flying knee. All right, he went for it. Well, and then just like that, another body shot drops kaioken, and Jesse's able to go ahead and put a bow on this thing. It seemed like the queued up flying knee, right? It was just kind of the last gasp, as it were. Tried to make something happen. He was able to land it, just not able to land it flush. And after that, it really just seemed like it was the closing credits, right? It was time to go ahead and roll him. That uppercut is what ends up sitting down after some really, really nice body shots. I feel like Taporia was doing a great job with the body work the entire time. Jesse did a fantastic job just mixing up his strikes, mixing in the takedowns and the grappling. And I feel like once he got out to that early advantage after round 1, it was more or less one-way traffic. Obviously, round 2 was much more competitive, but still seemed to be one that you could give to Jesse. But all in all, a good fight from both guys, boy.
Yeah, both guys definitely get another run in the ESFL. Jesse, that first round was dominant. We even said maybe a 10-8, but definitely a 10-9. And that was mostly groundwork. Well, rounds 2 and 3, a little bit of damage was done against Jesse, but Jesse was still mostly one-way traffic on the damage aspect. There were some good counters, but they didn't really do much. As soon as any damage was put on Jesse, he was returning it almost like a reflection, like bam, right back at you, reflection damage. Long story short, Jesse was looking clean, but I know that Taporia is thought of as just almost unbeatable at that weight class right now. So respect for using Tony. Maybe needed to use Tony in a different way from the outset, trying those flying knees earlier or some jiu-jitsu, but he didn't have that advantage on the ground that you might have thought Tony could get away with. So just Jesse's someone to be contended with, to say the least. That's at least a conclusion we can come up with right now.
Definitely. So Jesse gets that official 1-0 in ESFL competition. Looking forward to seeing what they've got coming for us in the future. But right now, we're moving on to our next fight. We've got EK Suspect taking on Leloh, and both these guys have been around for a while. EK Suspect has a 10-2 record total in the ESFL, and Leloh is 4-1. Both of them are from high-level camps. EK Suspect, of course, representing Elite Kings. Leloh is part of TGS, the GOAT spawn. Of course, being from that EK camp, Suspect has a solid grappling game, whereas Leloh is more of a counter fighter, an armbar threat off the bottom, and is able to do things like chaining, rare spinning, and hand planned attacks. So we're gonna see whose strategy and whose game plan is able to get that desired result, get that victory. Looks like we've got both guys in the lightweight division here. It looks like we've got Suspect also hovering Ferguson, and potentially Poirier on the other side. So it looks like it's going to be a really good fight here, Boiler.
Yes, sir. They're locking in right now. Suspect is one of my most, let's just say I'm really interested in how his career is going to progress from here, because he was a former champ. He was a dominant force early in the days of the ESFL. Looking at the scouting report right here, he peaked at number 47 all time. And we got more than 1,000 people. So being 47 out of 1,000 or more competitors all time, like that's his high watermark. That's quite good. But he didn't fight at all at UFC 5. And if I remember, he didn't even fight much in UFC 4. So long story short, he almost like a 4-year layoff here, Frank. But he's been kicking ass, and we're going to see what he can do against Leloh, who's ranked 155 all-time themselves and 4-1.
And both guys are getting right to it out of the gate. I'm sorry to cut you off, Boiler, but Suspect says, hey, I've been gone for 4 years. I'm trying to make up for lost time, coming out the gate swinging. No ring rust at all, it looks like, and landing some good body shots, some nice uppercuts to the head. But Poirier, Leloh fighting back very well, landing some good hooks, landing some good uppercuts. But right now, Suspect looks polished, man. I'm telling you, getting the head movement in there on those combos, landing to the body, landing to the head. It looks like Suspect has been using that time to really grind and round out their game. But again, Leloh starting to fight back now, getting some of those good shots with Poirier's quick, heavy hands.
Let's take a look how Suspect plays Ferguson compared to the fight we just saw with Ferguson. See if he changes it up and has success that way or not. All I know is Dustin Poirier is my favorite in his weight class to use. Definitely. Southpaw, it hits like a tank. So this is a fun matchup for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Dustin's been one of my favorite fighters to use since UFC 3, but he is rocked right now from an uppercut from Suspect. And goodness gracious, man, Suspect is looking fantastic on the offensive side of things. Leloh is doing great though to make sure he's gaining that respect, getting some good shots back on those crossfire returns. But looking like they're behind the 8 ball right now, seeing if they can find a way to get back to it. But these body shots from Ferguson, landing in the hooks on top. I mean, once Suspect starts landing, it seems like he just keeps going. It seems like these combos are almost never ending, right?
They're definitely being chained, and they're landing. And it's hurt really bad, Leloh. He's almost like on survival mode right here. Backed up against the fence, broken nose, busted eye, health is draining. Still can't get out from behind, out from his back against the cage.
Goodness, man. Suspect looks like a hurricane right now. I mean, he's just on top of him, staying it's not stopping the pressure. You get what I'm saying? It's just constantly raining. And Leloh needs to find an umbrella quickly.
Leloh had a couple good counters there. He can find his spots. It's just, can he deal with all this pressure? He's doing good fighting back, but he ain't on the right side. Oh.
Goodness. And it seems like we were saying, every time he's starting to make something happen, Ferguson is on his ass like back pockets. There's no other way to say it right now. Like he is stuck to this man. And now he's got the knee on belly looking to potentially end this fight. Just like that, folks. Wow. Thanks.
I love it, man. That's killer instinct. Welcome back. Killer instinct. I love it. That's how you play Tony Ferguson. Holy cow. Nah, man. That was incredible, Frank. Like, he came out like a bat out of hell, like you said, running out of time. Like, he had to make up for lost time for real. Making up for lost time, EK Suspect representing the elite teams.
EK Suspect clocked out like he was double parked, man. He said, I gotta go. I'm not trying to get this ticket. Got in, got out, man. That was extremely impressive. What else can you say about that? I mean, no disrespect, of course, to Leloh. They were showing that they were game the entire time.
Right.
Able to land, able to, stay in the pocket, stay in the fight. It's just that was an onslaught. There's no two ways about it. No disrespect, of course. Obviously, this is the highest level of UFC 6 gameplay. So there's no shame in losing somebody like EK Suspect, who we mentioned is a former champion. Obviously, we see that that layup was not for performance reasons. It wasn't a matter of he didn't think he could compete. He just, personal reasons. But hey, back now, and looks like we got another problem on this very stacked ESFL roster, Boiler.
I love to see it. Definitely loving to see old champ come back. This is what I meant by the OGs and the old guard, the old blood coming back. We got a lot of hungry new guys, and you can't fake that hunger of a new guy to the ESFL. We got a lot of them. But I like seeing the old guys coming back. There's no rust for Suspect right there. But big shout out to Leloh. He was doing some good damage. It was just a little bit too much for him. And like you said, every time he got some damage off, well, Suspect came back with triple what he put out. I don't know. I don't know who to put Suspect up against next. I guess that's a problem for next week, Frank, but that was impressive for sure.
Yeah, and it's definitely a problem that you're going to have to worry about, man, because you got your hands full on that one. I do not envy you when it comes to having to make all of these matchups, but you've made a good one here. Coming up next, we've got Treehouse taking on ImTheGoat, notably not Goat 1099. You have to make sure we make that every time.
All right.
Just got to make sure that we let the people know. But this is going to be Treehouse. You're talking about OGs. Man, back when I used to compete, back UFC 3 and 4 days, I used to play against Treehouse, and I'm telling y'all, this guy is a problem and a half on the ground. This guy will get you down there and find some missions you didn't know were in the game. He's going to be taking on ImTheGoat, who is a body head combo finisher, a comeback specialist, claims he's really good at takedown, ground and pound. This is going to be the best test that you can get, friend. If you think you're a grappler, they throw you against Treehouse, that's the litmus test, man. We're going to see exactly what you got here. Both these guys are in the flyweight division, and it looks like we've got Tatsuro Taira taking on Brandon Royval. Goat's going to be using Royval. Treehouse is going to be using Taira. We'll see what we've got here coming up, Boiler.
I like it. We've had a few flyweights set for tonight. We already had one, and we got a couple more in the future. It's nice that not just everyone's using lightweight only, as an example. I will say, though, unfortunately, we do not have any sound on this one potentially. So we're going to have to be extra action-packed here, Frank. You ready for this?
Yeah. We do have sound, but we'll be extra
I just lost my hearing.
I was gonna say, you're gonna call me to make me start yelling. I will start yelling, man. We start things off. Treehouse is on top and landing some good ground and pound, and of course, the first of what one would assume would be many denials from that top position from Treehouse. Another one right there. And if you're the GOAT, this is where you test it, right? Because you are definitely in a position where you will be tested on the ground against somebody to the caliber of Treehouse. So we'll see what exactly we get as we are just over a minute gone here in round one as Treehouse gets to that knee on belly position but gets countered and swept back to the half guard by Goat.
Treehouse is the king of sandbagging. He was like, oh, I'm going to get murdered by ImTheGoat. Oh, I'm too old. I don't want. He's just DMs he was sending me. I'm leaking the DMs. I'm like, Tree, you can't fool me. You can't fool me, Tree. I know that you got a game plan here, and he's implementing it quite well here, Frank. I mean, ImTheGoat is a serious contender, really legit, but we're talking about Treehouse here. So I was like, Tree, you ain't convincing me that you got no shot, let me tell you.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, both these fighters, of course, are always game. Doesn't matter who their opponent is, but yeah, no, we're definitely going to see some high-level grappling here as another denial. Both these guys are doing great with their denials. Just at the moment, Treehouse is in that full mount. That is a very dangerous place to be. As Royval is taking some big shots here already early in the first round. Not a great sign of how you want to start this first round here, Boiler.
No, still 2 minutes to go. I mean, reclaiming full guard is very good. I mean, it's way better than where he was at, but you're still not scoring points. And now he's being stacked, so that's not good either.
Also not better than where he was. We'll see if he can maybe get one of those sweeps and try to get a better position. Yeah, gets this thing back to just full guard, and now it's almost like a reset, right? Who's gonna go where, and who's gonna be able to press that advantage as Royval's able to get that rubber guard and then immediately right back to stack guard from Treehouse. So, you know, that's what we've just been saying. Treehouse is such an accomplished grappler that, you know, it seems like no matter what you're planning on doing, he's got a counter. But now this thing is back to the feet, and we're going to see how long it's going to stay there. There's 45 seconds left in the round. I guarantee, not guarantee, I'm willing to bet they're going to be back on the ground by 30, but we'll see what happens.
That was just crazy. Goat put him in rubber guard, and she's like, whatever, I'm putting you in stack guard. And it just happened. But we got 20 seconds back on the feet. Tree, of course, can survive on the feet, but can't hang strike for strike with almost anybody named GOAT of MMA or otherwise in the ESFL. No disrespect to Tree. He is slack. He's kind of like the Royce Gracie pick, right? His striking skills are like 83 out of 100. But I'm actually disparaging him a little bit because he's improved his striking in the last few years. But still, long story short, he does not want to stand with I'm the GOAT or really anybody. Everyone knows that. They just can't stop him.
Boiler, I gotta ask, do you have some kind of beef with Tree, man? What's going on? You're leaking the DMs. You're saying he can't strike. What's going on? You're maligning this guy on stream. What's happening, friend?
I heard if I cause controversy, I'll get more views or something. I don't know.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Tree's actually one of my best friends in the entire league, so I'm kind of the type of guy that'll like talk trash about my friends and give them tough matchups. But anyway, power takedown, boom, shakalaka.
Takedown right there. Yeah, now right back to where Tree wants this thing, right? It's on top, inside control with that flow state. Obviously not getting much out of it right now, but hey, it's at the very least getting some control time on the clock, stopping your opponent from getting anything going. So just again, a very suffocating style of fight from Treehouse, able to again get that denial and just hang out here in the top mount. And now he's able to posture up, get some more of that damage off. He's gotten some pretty good damage from these ground and pounds. If you look at the difference in head health, it's quite apparent. You know, it's been obvious who's been in the driver's seat as far as offense goes. And if you take a look at those health bars,
absolutely, there's pretty much no damage to Tree, whereas Royval's been taking some of this. It's all ground and pound, and look, he's lost at least 15-20% of his head health, and those are scoring. This is big trouble if he gets back flat. He does deny, you know, whether it's rear naked or back flat from his position, it's gnarly if he can lock it in.
Definitely not where you want to be with a grappler of this caliber as he goes into the rear naked choke position and starts cooking that stamina. Went for the submission, but got it denied twice. So good job there from Royval to stay out of danger, but again, he uses that to transition himself into the top mount. And now this is exactly where Treehouse wants to be. 2.5 minutes left in the round. And it's taken really no damage here in round 2 and is salting away this fight on the judges' scorecards, at least you would imagine, right, Boiler?
Well, I hate to inject more controversy into this fight. I might disparage Tree, but we got multiple people in the chat saying there was neon belly fake. There may be some sort of stamina issue going on here. We're going to do a full review. We're going to let him fight it out there. But long story short, any official result will be fully reviewed by the rules committee, Frank. I can't do that right now because I'm live on air in my head. But here we go.
You heard it here first, folks. You can bribe the rules committee. No, in all seriousness. No. Goat gets a nice shot, landing, nice three-piece combo that drops Treehouse as he tries to get this thing back on the ground. But hey, you can say that he just lost the round off of that, right? I mean, he got a knockdown. That's pretty much all the judges are going to see as far as this goes. But again, Royval on top now, trying to just get some good credit here for this round. Try and make this a bit more convincing in the judges' eyes. But I would say that knockdown is going to go a long way towards cementing this round 2 here for Go to MMA. And now that makes things really interesting going into round 3.
Definitely does. Heading into round 3, we're going to tell these boys just keep fighting. Keep on fighting. Any sort of rules review or appeal, all that will take place after the event. We have them play on. I'm having fun watching it. Regardless, seems like I'm the GOAT has taken a little bit of momentum here. And obviously talking about the knockdown, how do the judges see knockdowns is the question. You know, I came up in the boxing world, so a knockdown pretty much guaranteed you won the round almost no matter what. But it's not the same in MMA, and definitely not with these virtual judges. So You know, Tree's still in the driver's seat, I would think, but I feel like ImTheGoat he might have got pissed off by somebody. He's actually complaining in the chat a little bit. You know, sometimes you get your eye poked and you get more pissed off than ever. You know what I mean? Like turn get mad and fight mad.
You said he was in the chat complaining. Sir, don't you have better things to be worried about right now? Aren't you busy? What are you doing for? What do you mean?
I don't question these guys. I've had guys chat in the middle of the round. Like they
That's
literally,
crazy.
It's unbelievable what these kids can do these days. I don't know.
But yes, we're here in round 3. I've got this fight one apiece. I think, Boiler, you would say the same, as an attempt to take down does get stuffed, and we're basically on even footing right here. I mean, Treehouse has a little bit more head health at the moment, but goes again for that takedown. Not quite able to get it, pushes him up against the fence, and is just consistent with the takedown attempts. He's attached to him right now. It's almost like a clever simile or something. But yeah, as he's walking forward, he's going to eat a couple of shots there from goes to the takedown fake and gets the beautiful double underhook suplex, more or less, and lands into that side saddle position. And now he's got him in the backside as Goat does a good job to get this thing back to full guard. They've been very back and forth. This has been a lot of fun to watch here in this third round, Boiler.
I've been enjoying it for sure. This has definitely turned into a fun fight. Tree, he's put on his back, and he's got a pretty hefty stamina deficit, which he did not want on the ground. And just as he says that, he takes his back. He's going for it here, Frank. He knows he's got about half a round left.
Yep, and both these guys know that, you know, it could be anybody's fight right now, and they're both trying to get themselves into a position to finish it. You can see Tree here is posted chilling in this back sitting, looking for an opportunity to potentially get a choke, switches over to the backside, and you saw that, you know, Roy Val was trying to find a sweep to get to a better offensive position, but goes to that backside, gets denied again, now is inside saddle. Will Tree be able to get some good damage here from the top? The crowd is not enjoying it, the chanting, stand them up, but honestly, this is a good grappling exchange. And now, back flat position for Treehouse, getting some good damage off. Is this going to be enough to end this fight, Boiler? Goat is taking some heavy shots right there from the back flat position. And then gets denied trying to get back in the half guard, but stops Tree from flattening him out again. There's about a minute left in this fight, and it could go either way right now.
If that back flat sequence had happened like in the first round, the first half of the first round, it might have been a finish, but Tree just ran out of the gas to really, get 3 more hits in there and finish him. But he did a lot of damage. Definitely scored big points. There you go. Look at that. That was beautiful.
Nice.
Put
Good
the
job
flow
using the
state
flow
just
state.
in time. Exactly. Oh, Goat standing up. Derek Lewis, just stand up. Just stand
How
up.
is jiu-jitsu even real? Just stand up.
I love it. I love it. Oh, man. Goat's pissed. He's just throwing. Get a counter in there, Tree. Get that knockout. Oh, good fight.
Oh, my God. Now we got the competition committee being biased during the fight. Bro, somebody investigate this Boiler guy, please.
Oh, my gosh. I'm recusing myself from this.
Oh,
so
wow.
We'll
And we
follow
just
up after.
They just gave away the result. If you're taking a look right here, we see the game is paused. It's telling us right now Treehouse is the winner, and Goat does end up losing that decision. I kind of wish there was a little bit more suspense, but I think it's really cool how you can just, take all of the theatricality and the presentation away by just getting that start button, right?
Well, it is only the first of the season. We will kind of get this all put together a little better. But long story, I hope we can see the cards here and the scorecards. But fun fight. Definitely a good fight. We'll see if they end up flashing it. 29-28 is probably my guess. But
We'll see what happens. We never know, of course, what these same judges see. And they said it was a split decision, so hopefully we will get to see what those cards say. There we go.
30-27.
Judge won 29-28, and then the other two gave it 30-27. So that's a very, very interesting split right there. You got to wonder, what was Judge 1 basing it on? Because obviously there was that knockdown in round 2 for sure. I would say that, open and shut case for round 2, but I'm just curious what the parameters are, to get those decisions. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Congratulations to Treehouse on a phenomenal victory. A lot of fun fight, a really fun fight rather, from both those guys, both Treehouse and GOAT, both did great performances. Can't wait to see what they've got coming up for us down the road, Boiler. You've got your hands full once again.
I know, man.
They got to do everything you can to make Treehouse a ridiculous fight like you always do.
That's a good question. He's hard to matchmake for. Him and Swiss, both of them can be tough to matchmake for. We were going to see Swiss later tonight. Unfortunately, wasn't able to fight, but we'll get Swiss back in there as well. Actually, I had Tree versus Swiss as the first exhibition. I believe it was a lot of fun too. But anyway, long story short, very fun fight. Treehouse got the dub. I'll talk to the rules committee later, not now, but for now, it's standing as the dub. And I'm the GOAT. Want to see you back in the ESFL for sure, man. I know you are legit. I want to see you against some more top flight competition. Pretty much everybody on the roster is going to get at least a few fights. Like, there's no auto cuts unless you totally no-show us or something. So next time people are matched up, the 1-0s will fight the 1-0s, the 0-1 will fight the 0-1. So we'll definitely break it up, get some interesting matchups. You know, sometimes you have an off day, and anyone can lose the freaking Tree at any time. So great fight there by I'm the GOAT. We'll get him back in there. And again, we got to review the rules, and we'll take a look at that too.
Yeah, for sure. We'll, make sure whatever relevant decisions are made, we'll let you guys know as soon as they are made. And obviously look at those decisions and those distinctions. But moving on, we're going into fight number 5. We've got Wordlife taking on DrakeUFC. And if you've been around here for a little bit, you've probably seen Drake sitting exactly where we are right now. I was in the booth with him a couple of weeks ago. Great guy. Never met him. No, we're going to see what he's got going for us. Coming up, again, taking on Wordlife from that Lethal Weapons camp. Wordlife's been around for a while, has beaten vets like Trixie and Treehouse in UFC 6. Calls himself the streakiest man on the roster. Sometimes those victories come in drop, sometimes they come in buckets. It's just a matter of where are we at today. We'll see what we get from Wordlife. We'll see what we get from Drake as both these guys are getting things ready. We are in the bantamweight division. Looks like Drake is hovering WhimperingIann, and it looks like we've got Wordlife hovering Sean O'Malley. What are you expecting to see from this fight, Boiler?
Wordlife, the streakiest. That's a good way to put it, because I've seen him just crush people and go on tears, but also like lose fights in his right? So I guess that's kind of a similar thing. Can he kind of condense that variance and just win without the big swings up and down and just continually climb the ladder? Well, we're giving him a hell of a freaking matchup to start here, because Drake is tough. He's not only commentary, he's one of the best in the entire community, honestly. So Word is not getting an easy fight. Word's another guy I got a long history with. Love the guy. The long story short, I did not give him an easy fight here with Drake. There we go, buddy. This is going to be fun.
And Wordlife, off the rip, it does exactly what you would like to see from the longer fighter, from the Sean O'Malley fighter. Is going for those teeps, going for a lot of body shots, just trying to take advantage of that reach advantage. And as of course, on the other side of that, Drake trying to just be either all the way in or all the way out. Don't let him use those kicks, don't let him use that range, and just trying to stay on top of him in the pocket. Both guys are able to land there in a nice exchange. Left hands aplenty landing for O'Malley, and Drake's got to be careful, got to be cognizant of those shots coming back his way whenever he enters that pocket, as he lands a nice 1-2 himself.
Word has joined Lethal Weapons, which of course CIA Webcam's the leader of, and he's fighting later. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen Word in a camp for a while. I think he was in a couple camps back in the day, but part of the LW camp. Very interesting for Word. Good action here. We saw. Speaking of Piotr Yan, he was Fatinator's pick, and he just ran through Jamie in the finals of the 2K using Piotr Yan. So it seems like that might be the meta, but I've also seen people say O'Malley's the meta at this. I'm not sure. I'm washed. I just watch these guys.
I've heard people say that, Cruz is ridiculous. I'm also washed, though, so we're just going to stay up here and just watch. We're going to let the professionals do what they do. I'm loving the switch stances from Drake. It's one of Piotr Yan's biggest weapons. I'm personally a huge fan of throwing body shots into that open stance, trying to get that little extra bit of damage, make that investment early on, and see, how well it pays off in those later rounds, especially if you can stick and consistently use that body work. That can be something that can really slow down an O'Malley fighter, especially if he's throwing 4 at a time like that, like he just did, landed a good number of them. But if Drake's able to counter like that and land some good body shots, it could be something that might slow down the Wordlife as we go forward here, Boiler. But hey, those long left hands are doing a lot of work, doing a lot of damage here early on.
Yes, you called out that counter sequence perfectly where he was able to mix it hands and leg, kicks. And now leg kicks, literally, off of counters. And just beautiful work here, mixing it up by Drake here. And he's not really having a difficulty with the length. And a nice takedown. Beautiful sequence by Drake, keeping Word off balance. I mean, I was off balance trying to call it, try fighting that.
You can see he was kind of soft launching the grappling, right? Went for a couple of those clinch attempts, didn't quite get him, and then just said, all right, let's go for it, and got that takedown. Does a good job of getting this thing to the ground, but hey, Wordlife gets back up to the feet. 3 seconds left in the round. Nice two-piece there at the end. So yep. I would be leaning to give that fight, or that round rather, towards Drake, but obviously, Wordlife is very, very much still in this fight, very much a game competitor. It only takes one shot to completely change the momentum, change the complexion of a fight. So we'll see what we've got going forward in round 2 and potentially round 3 if we get there. But as we're watching these replays, the judges really seem to like those body kicks from Sean O'Malley, from Wordlife right here. So we'll see if that's enough. That was a nice left hand on the following that up as well.
Oh, definitely close first round. I think I'd give it to Drake, but fairly close. Long story short, Word's had 30 fights in the ESFL in his career. So if there's the type of guy who's a vet who won't get flustered one way or the other, he won't get too aggressive and he won't get too defensive. I mean, it's Word. He's going to come back and do quite well here. But they're swinging and banging here. Drake coming out ahead on the damage aspect, at least there in that exchange.
Mm-hmm. And he's landing a lot of like those big shots, those uppercuts, those hooks. He's getting a lot of them to land at perfect times too, because he's seeming to get them whenever Word is throwing. So he's getting that counter damage as well. He's doing a great job of just like Word will miss one shot and there's 3 coming back at him. Goes for that takedown and gets the knee right there. Drake is seemingly just one step ahead right now, getting out of range of those counter shots coming back. I'm very impressed with what I'm seeing right now from Drake.
Mastering distance so well.
Yeah, not quite able to land that one. So great job there from Wordlife to be aware of that takedown, to get that turn and get that denial there. Keep this thing back on the feet where he can hopefully try and get some momentum. Lands a good leg kick right there as Drake switches stances. And again, he's doing a great job being all the way out, all the way in. But right there being all the way in started to get him touched in the face on.
For sure. I was saying that Word was chasing Drake a little bit too much, but he's stopped doing that, which is good. That's kind of a vet move. Like, okay, why do I just keep coming up short? Because I'm chasing him. I'm throwing short. Stop doing that. But now Drake's not really looking to chase him himself, so they're kind of feeling each other out a little bit compared to what we saw before.
Yeah, both guys are fighting very patiently. I'm really liking what I'm seeing, how it seems like every time that Wordlife catches that kick and goes for the takedown, Drake's right there with the flying knee counter. Just again making sure that he's doing a good job of staying out in front, seeing what his opponent wants to do and trying to stop him from getting there, cutting him off at the pass, so to speak. But hey, Wordlife is just doing an even better job of mixing things up, staying aggressive and continuing to fight and fire off and find his shots as he lands even more good body work right there on the inside border.
Anybody's fight for sure. I'm still slightly leaning towards Drake, kind of in my momentum in the back of my head of who's winning, but it's close. Damage is fairly close. The stamina is fairly close, but Drake just seems to be a little bit better on it.
I think Word's starting to turn the corner as far as momentum goes. I wasn't trying to cut you off, Boiler. I'm just saying, I think he's starting to come alive here in round 2. And as I'm saying that, Drake lands a fantastic 4-piece to maybe try and stem that tide a little bit. Both these guys are doing a great job of just going back and forth, sticking around in the pocket. Neither one is really able to get out to that major advantage right now. I'm curious to see who's going to pop that flow state first, if at all, and what the results of that are. Ooh, nice kick, gets blocked there, so good defense from Wordlife.
That could have been gnarly. He hadn't thrown that kick all night. If that had connected flush, it could have easily knocked him down. So Drake's opening it up with some of these head kicks now.
Oh, yes. I'm liking what I'm seeing from both these fighters. Both are staying, aggressive, landing their shots, but also being defensively responsible. You look at the numbers, they are very, very close. And it looks like a slight advantage from Wordlife in round 1, slight advantage from Drake in round 2. So round 3, this one's for all the marbles. Let's see what we got going in here, boy. This is a great fight so far.
There we go. Let's just say whoever wins this round wins it all. I'm pretty sure that could be the case. Let's just pretend it is as much, because very fun fight, very close fight. This is the type of fight I wish was 5 rounds, but unfortunately it won't be. I mean, this is the regular season, and this is not the main event. So 3-rounder, you got to play with 3 rounds. That's how it goes. Let's see who can make it happen here in the last one.
Friend, you made the fight. No, you could just make every fight 5 rounds if you wanted to, couldn't you? Isn't that a thing that you can do?
I would
Drake
love
starts to
to.
get a nice onslaught of offense. He's starting to reign right now. He's starting to find his shots, and they're coming down to consistency and accurately as well. But hey, a great job there from Wordlife to get this thing back to the backside and give it an aisle there. Maybe he's going to be able to find a submission victory here as he tries to get the back mount. Not able to secure it, though. Wow. We'll see what exactly we've got in store for these last 3.5 minutes. Anybody's fight so far, Boiler.
Yeah, hey, definitely a good one. Drake with some beautiful high lows and chopped them down, and then Wordlife was actually trying to do some jiu-jitsu with O'Malley there, but ended up back on the feet. Here we go. Half a round left here, Frank. Call us through this. Big shot.
Huge uppercut, and then even more body work. And he tried to get the follow-up, but not able to get it in time. Now he's just trying to get those shots. Doesn't get the finish there, but Drake has got to be feeling great about where he is for the last 2.5 minutes of this round. Gets 2 big knockdowns here in round 3, and now he's got top position with plenty of time to work here, Boiler. This is not looking great for Wordlife, but if anybody can find a way to get out of this jam, out of this situation, is a veteran to the caliber of Wordlife. We'll see if he's able to get maybe one of the takedowns, maybe get a sweep. Yeah, 2 minutes left, and it's all Drake right now.
Word's got great skills on the ground, but he is O'Malley, and he's hurt, and he's low on stam, and there's no time left. It's very difficult to do anything from here. Oh, there you go. Herb Dean's like, finish it on the feet, boys.
That was, I'll be honest, I feel like that was kind of a fast stand-up, but hey, I'm not the referee.
Definitely. You know, it's at like accelerated clock, so put that into perspective. Maybe, I don't know. That was pretty quick. I'd be pissed.
Both got straight uppercuts, but Drake's is the one that ends up getting a lock and then a knockdown. He's trying to finish this fight from the backside position. Not able to do so yet, but he's still got a minute, plenty of time to work. He's got several opportunities to potentially make, make his comeback, make his statement, and get that victory here as he gets another takedown that does get denied. So now both guys back on the feet. Wordlife's got 30 seconds to make something happen. Will he be able to do so? And it looks like Drake's trying to maybe potentially back out there and get himself out of dodge. But no, never mind. He was just waiting on the counter shot. Fires off another uppercut. That might salt this one away, Boiler, at least as far as I'm concerned. I would think that might make this a 10-8 round. We'll see what the judges think. Oh, judges, forget about it. Sit over there. Put your pens down. We don't need you. Get out. Get out.
Oh, beautiful, man. Beautiful knockout. That's the second, last second, 3rd round knockout of the night. He's like, we don't want no judges. I want the finishing bonus, potentially. I want the violence. I want the highlight reel so my grandkids can see it. I mean, that's as important as anything. Frank.
I think he got it too, man. That's something I would show to my grandkids, right? Yeah, man. Check out your granddad back in the day.
At least wait till they're 13, at least. I don't need a 6-year-old. See all the violence right there. That was pretty deadly right there. Beautiful knockout. That was a fun fight, man, for real. That was a very fun fight there. I like to see it. Word, kind of the OG, and Drake, that new blood. Even though Drake's been around for quite a while in the community and stuff. But that's the example of Word, who has 30-plus fights. Actually, sorry, he's got 50 fights if you roll in different exhibitions and different fights, but he's got more than 30 competitive fights. So OG, as much as they come, versus Drake, who's only had a few, right? But hey, he's got to win now. That's all you really care about if you're Drake. 1-0 in season 1 of UFC 6, baby. Here we go.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, nowhere to go but forward from there, right? No, that's a great performance by Drake. It's one that I know that he should be happy about. Should be able to hang his hat on happily. So, Yeah, no, great performance by both guys. I would put that in consideration for fight of the night, but hey, that's just me. We'll see what we get, as we go forward. We're almost, I guess we're at about the halfway mark of the card. We're going into fight number 6. We've got 13 fights for you today. Fight number 6 is going to be ThePug versus Paiin. We've got both these guys who've been around for a while. As we've been mentioning, we've got that official bot in the Discord is giving out those official ESFL rankings. ThePug comes in ranked 130, and then we've got Paiin ranked 138. So both these guys pretty evenly matched in competition here, Boiler.
I'm excited for this one. Both these guys are trusted members of the ESFL staff, both lead wranglers. So they're kind of helping me getting things done in the back, keeping competitors on time, on track. We call it wrangling on purpose. It's like wrangling cats sometimes. But I will say this, shout outs to the competitors tonight. The great majority showed up on time, prepared to fight. We've had great fights. Streams are looking pretty darn clean. Loving it. Like, we rely on our competitors big time, and love the fact that they show up and have a fun time here. So anyway, with that said, both of these guys are staff, both wranglers. Really respect that, but they're also great fighters, Frank. So we're going to get them locked in, see what happens here. Now, vPaiin, let's see. Let me pull up the scout report, because vPaiin's been on a tear. I mean, he was doing pretty well in UFC 5, but in the, let's see here if I can find it. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Don't worry about it. Long story short, though, he did quite well in the exhibition, really starting to fight that top-tier competition, right? Strength of schedule, so important. How many wins you got is one thing. Who did you beat? Well, he's starting to beat really good guys. Pug, same thing. He's 130 all-time. He just joined Elite Kings. We know EK. Of course, you got Boss Man. You got EK Warrior. We saw earlier tonight EK Suspect, former champ. And now you got EK ThePug. So vPaiin versus Pug, both out of the EU. Both really good matchup. Probably the closest of the night, Frank. 52% chance for vPaiin, 48% for Pug.
And they're both getting to it in the early going, both just standing in the middle of the octagon, and they've been just firing off for about 40 seconds here now. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! A potentially ill-advised spinning elbow. It makes Pug eat a 3-piece. Goodness, that is not what he wants in the first minute of this fight. Now you got Makhachev on top of you. Good luck, friend. Good luck. Godspeed, Spider-Man. It's not looking great in there. And now he's in the full mount. I'm not trying to be that guy, but like, this is a very, very I was gonna say, it looks like we're on a road to GG's. Maybe if you can find an exit somewhere and maybe course correct we can get, but it's not looking great right now for the Pug. He's just, I was gonna say Paiin is dominating this thing, but then decides to stand back up.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. So like I said earlier, Boiler, that's my game. That's all that is.
Wow, he was in a great position. He had cut through like butter when he got that full mount, and he just essentially stands up. It's like, whatever, I'm ready to whoop you on the feet. But then he catches a big uppercut. Like, I'm telling you, don't mess around with Pug. He is legit. I still think it was a strategic mistake to stand up, but it is what it is, man. vPaiin, maybe he just thinks he can finish it so much quicker on the feet.
I mean, maybe, he was able to get that early knockdown, so maybe he's feeling like, okay, I've got the advantage on the feet, I've got the advantage on the ground, I don't care where this fight goes. I can do whatever. And as we're saying that, he now gets taken down, and now Pug is on top. So we'll see if Paiin is as good from the bottom as he is from the top, able to switch things around and get back into that full guard. But the denial there from Ferguson, they're trading denials there as Pug is trying to find an advantage here from that top position in full guard.
This has turned into a pretty interesting round with this. I mean, still vPaiin winning with the damage, with the knockdowns, but a minute and a half to go. Puts us back against the cage. Figure vPaiin's going to get up. But I've seen guys really stall out here because it's like a 50-50. Yep, they're stalling out until they get stood up potentially. No? Okay. Commentary curse.
Yep, a couple of good shots there from Pug on the stand up, but now we've got about a minute left in the round. Both guys right in front of each other. Makhachev seemingly on that front foot, maybe looking to get some more of that damage off. Good slip there. I would say that he seems to have a slight advantage at the very least in the striking right now, as Pug does a good job to duck underneath that hook. Not quite able to get that counter on the way back, but both guys are trying to find those reads, and we're gonna see who's able to make it first. A beautiful slip and rip from Pug gets a nice uppercut to the body, and that's gonna be something for Makhachev to think about going forward, because we all know Tony Ferguson has a ridiculous gas tank. So, if you can weaponize that by really starting to dig to your opponent's body, you can have that stamina advantage, and then they're gonna be sitting there wondering how they're drowning. But hey, 2 knockdowns in that first round. Is that 10-8 territory to you, Boiler?
Very possible. Very possible. I would score it as much as a judge, I think, 10-8. But again, I'm kind of a little more biased towards them. But I think they should happen. But I will say this. Great work by Pug to end with that body work. And, hey, one thing that you learn in these games and in boxing and in MMA, all types of striking, the body doesn't move. The head moves. But if you rip the body, they can't counter that. Some people think the head movement's a little off still in this game. I've seen some examples where the head movement's a little, dare I say, broken. But hey, hit him in the body, and they won't be able to kind of get some weird head movement glitch on you. Just rip that body. Nice takedown right there, though.
Yeah, great job there. And now we've got Pug on top in the north-south. But I said north-south. I meant sprawl. But yeah, no, it doesn't matter regardless, because Makhachev is able to grab that leg, get that single, and then get to side control just to stand up again. Okay, yeah, the mind games are definitely they're running plenty. Maybe Payne's trying to put him in a genjutsu. I'm not sure. But as he's walking forward, getting some of these big shots in with Makhachev, he's got ridiculous power in those hands. Obviously, we all talk about Islam as a grappler, but I mean, it can't be overstated that he's got some spectacular striking as well.
He does, and he hits hard when he lands. The Pug has been getting a couple good counters here. Not necessarily enough to win the fight at this rate, but it just seems like, I think it is either I think it's more of a pride thing. I think vPaiin wants to knock him out instead of just win a decision. I really think that's it, because vPaiin, I met him in London. He went to ESFL Live London. vPaiin, great to meet him. And he was telling me back then, when UFC 6 comes out, I'm going to be a champ. And I'm going to make it exciting. He told me that too. So that might be part of it. He doesn't want to, I'm not saying lay and pray per se, but he wants to get the knockout on the feet, I guess.
Well, I mean, he's done a good job thus far in absolutely making it an exciting fight. And, I would say he's in the lead at this moment. So, hey, it's not impossible. Maybe this is just the first step of that conceive, believe, and achieve, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, dude, I love it, though. I was all about it. And he has gotten so good in the last couple of years. So we're seeing some of that skill now. But Pug is not done at all. We're a little bit past the halfway mark, and he's behind. But he does have a little bit more stamina. It's just the damage.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, this is a great way to make that back up, right? Getting ground and pound, getting some good shots where your opponent can't really do too much except defend. But you got to make sure that you're getting that damage, because these little pitter-patter shots just aren't going to get it right now. They're going to be good for building grapple advantage, but not much else at the moment, right?
Correct, 100%. We got about 40 seconds left. He has enough time to maybe get a submission in, but it's going by quickly.
Yeah. He would have had to have
some
gone
damage here. I think he's still going to lose this round at this rate, probably, man. So
I would agree with that. He's gotten some good top control, but as far as damage goes, it just seems like Payne is a step or two ahead right now. Trying to, obviously Pug's trying to make that difference up, but we will see what happens as we move into round 3. Let's take a look, at those stats. Round 2 seemed to be all Pug, so we'll see if he's able to keep it, keep that up going forward. But my opinion, right, I would say that first round would be a 10-8. So you're still behind the 8 ball, and you would have to get
exactly.
Yeah, you're fighting for a draw at this point, so you got to come out swinging if you're in Pug's shoes. Pug
for sure.
Oh no! Oh man, massive hooks and uppercuts right there. They almost took him up out of here, but he was able to dodge, able to slip, and stay alive for just a little bit longer. 4.5 minutes left in the fight, and man, you don't want to take that many big uppercuts 30 seconds into round 3, Boiler.
Makhachev's uppercut, especially a rear uppercut out of the southpaw. vPaiin's connected big time with that, and it's starting to really hurt. Oh, beautiful, right into side saddle there.
Very well timed, and you can see he's trying to fish to get that buck defense from the side saddle. Not able to get it, and eventually just gives up and goes to the back. But yeah, I think what you said is absolutely accurate. That Payne's trying to win this by knockout, and well, we see what that gets him right there. A massive slam by Tony Ferguson. as we are about 3.5 minutes left in the fight. And now we've got Ferguson on top. We're going to see if Pug is able to really get some of that damage off and try to salt this round away. Do you think he's going to start fishing for submissions here, Boiler? I would.
Yeah, he's got to do something like that. I just don't think he'll actually be able to secure an actual finish submission. It's great on the cards. I don't know. Maybe he needs to just keep it on the feet and go for some sort of crazy flying knee counter knockout. You know, maybe catch him on the way down. One of those kind of like desperate. Ooh, the stuff's a takedown. I don't know. At this point, vPaiin looks like he's not going to be finished anytime soon, Frank. So that puts a big, you know, that pretty much screws Pug. I don't know what he could do from here.
And say screwed the pooch, huh? But yeah, no,
screwed the pooch.
Both these guys are still, you know, biting down on the mouthpieces, walking forward. But yeah, it seems like Pug is almost getting into desperation time with 2 minutes left, and I would say, you know, out of the 2 rounds behind us, Payne definitely had the better round. So it's just a matter of, will he be able to get that respect back? Will he be able to land something massive that can really just turn this fight upside down? Gets a good slip there, but not able to counter it in the moment. And if Payne is able to just keep this up, you know, slow this fight down, turn it into a your turn, my turn, trading of fists kind of thing, then he's in good position going forward. But a good takedown there from Pug. It's just a matter of what will he be able to do with it with this last 50 seconds in this fight.
Oh, yeah, and how can you let him regain half guard like that? That's tough. But, I mean, vPaiin is legit. Still, like, you get him in that great position, you might be able to pull off a submission, and, well, now you're running low on time. Great work there by vPaiin just to kind of survive. You know, he doesn't want to end the fight like this, obviously, but he's not any threat to lose. He's going for the knockout here, though. Let's see what he does.
5 seconds left. We'll see if he's able to get it. Swinging for the fences, but not quite able to get it. And then Pug gets a morale victory with the takedown at the end of the fight there.
Little shout out to the chat. We got multiple people saying vPaiin's the boss. No one's as hungry for the belt as vPaiin. But then you got someone else saying takedowns won't get you the win. Need the KO. Great to see everybody in the chat on Twitch. We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now. And there's the win. vPaiin. Was it? Let's see if they show the cards, but probably a sweep. Definitely a good win, though, by vPaiin. And that wasn't an easy matchup against Pug by any means. So, love to see it, man.
As you can see, you know, in the fight screen, and then we see the card right there. Yeah, it was all 3 judges giving that fight.
I saw, 30-28 was one of them. I saw that.
Yeah, so great performance there by Payne. Obviously, Pug has nothing to be ashamed of, but, you know, sometimes you run into an opponent like that who's just seemingly got an answer for everything, and that was a great performance by Payne right there. Hey, you were saying, he said he's going to get the belt. Took a great step in that direction here today. So shout out to Payne, shout out to Pug. Can't wait to see you both back in the octagon. So yeah, we are moving right along, guys. We are blowing through this card. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you're giving us a follow, giving us a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Make sure you are following the YouTube, and if you're not involved, get in the Discord. Maybe throw your hat in the ring, see if you can get involved in one of these cards, one of these future events coming up, folks. There's no better time to give it a shot. Nothing to it but to do it. Am I right? So yeah, we are moving on. Go ahead.
All right, I say this is actually a perfect time to plug not only joining our Discord and following our socials, but those who participated are aware of what the ESFL queue is, but for the uninitiated, within our Discord, we have Discord-based matchmaking and fight reporting. It's pretty much the ESFL ranked system for all intents and purposes. And we're opening up a whole new season of ESFL queue later this week. So join our Discord. You want to be involved. You want to join the roster. You want to potentially be in some of those money tournaments. The best way to do it, in my opinion, especially if you're breaking in new and people don't necessarily know who you are, be on the lookout for the ESFL queue. That's what we're going to be having. That's where some of the new blood can get their chance to, get some big wins. Anyway, Season 1 rankings, by the way. Preseason rankings came out this morning. We got Fatinator, number 1. We got Goat, 1099, number 2. Suave Jamie, number 3. Zayef, number 4. Romero, 5. Warrior 6, Ali ADP 7, Muay Thai Jesus 8, Kezza 9, and only one king rounds out our top 10. Frank, this essentially is our best effort at the first rankings, but highly subject to change. You know, I think within a few weeks, these rankings some people will certainly rise. Some people might not be on the rankings at all. But I'm just so excited that there's now cross-play. So we don't have to worry about Xbox rankings, PlayStation rankings, blah, blah, blah. So we're going to be showing top 25 rankings from here on out. But realize these are literally the top 25 in the world. So being ranked number 22 is nothing to sneeze at, I guess is my point. Like, you're a badass at number 22, let alone number 1 or number 2 or number 5. You know what I mean?
100%, definitely. Like you said, this is the best of the best. You know, you're not gonna get all of the different cheese that you see in just regular online rank. No, we have things in place to try and make sure that we get as fair and as sterile of a competitive environment as we can, just so that we can, let the cream rise to the top, as it were. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Do their thing, show what they're capable of. And so, without further ado, we're going to let our next fighter show what they're capable of. We got SpilActionz versus ViperKOTTV. What do you got for us on these guys, Boiler?
Dude, Frank, I'm stoked. First off, shout out to Zayaf and anybody else in the back that I haven't seen who's helping to wrangle and stuff. Oh, I'm on last second comms. I love you guys. We had Trixie versus Viper for this, but Trixie's internet literally crapped out like 15 minutes ago. I saw some messages. Guess what? They get SpilActionz as a replacement. SpilActionz, number 33 all-time legacy, representing Ireland. Like, I'm so happy to see Spill come back. Hey, things happen in life. Some of the best guys from back in the day may not be around anymore. People retire from the game. I hadn't seen Spill for a little while. I was like, where's Spill at? Well, he's back, man. So I'm really glad to see people like Smudger, Spill, Wordlife. Some of these dudes might not have
Oh my goodness.
Get back in there. Here we go, man.
I'm so sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, King Green is getting to it. He's not interested in your exposition at all.
That's fine. I talk too much anyway.
Don't we all? That's why we're here.
Exactly.
But no, seriously, fantastic action from the rip. King Green is really letting the hands go. SpilActionz has gotten some good shots in as Conor McGregor, but I mean, Viper has been on it from the jump. Those long crosses of King Green are something serious. And funny enough, on the other side, you got Conor, who is also a master of the long cross, right? So it's just both these guys, I'm anticipating, are going to be hanging out at the edge of the pocket, trying to get those sniper shots to come through, just like Viper keeps landing at a very consistent rate right now. Tried to follow it up with the head kick right there, Boiler.
Yes, Spill is known as a great Conor player, but I love Viper's counter pick. King Green, now that's awesome. Like, we never would have thought we'd see Conor versus, formerly known as Bobby Green, back in like UFC 4 or something. But we're seeing it now in comp. Oh my God.
Ooh. Massive right hooks there from Conor are able to kind of slow down some of that momentum from King Green. But, again, like we were saying, if he's able to stay at the edge of the pocket, he should have some success. He's landing a lot from the outside right there. And me personally, I'm a huge fan of the mocap from King Green. I love his animation on that straight cross, man. Beautiful punches from it.
Yes, it really is. That double jab, that was smooth as butter too. Like, I love it. You want to see a striking battle. Seeing Conor versus King Green is definitely a fun little matchup. Styles make fights. Fun styles fighting here.
The only time, right, this is one of those times that makes me wish there was just like a talk to your opponent button or like in-game voice chat, because can you imagine being in the octagon for a Conor McGregor King Green fight? Just the amount of yapping going back and forth between those guys would be worth the price of admission.
Dude, they need to bring it back bare knuckle in like 5 years. Let's do it.
Why are you trying to do that to these men, bro? And a huge takedown right there. Both guys in flow state. Nice takedown from Viper. Good change of pace. Maybe just giving him something else to think about. Maybe just burning off that flow state so it's one less thing he has to worry about. But good job there for Viper to press that advantage. Both these guys have been very evenly matched on the feet right now. Obviously, Conor had that knockdown early on, but I don't think it would be far-fetched to anticipate that, Viper might get one before all is said and done in this last 25 seconds here in round one, Boiler.
He's definitely pressuring, but you can see that stamina start to drop, especially with a couple big misses, and came up short, and a nice body to deliver with that rear hook by Spill. Really the last minute or so showed Spill's veterancy. I felt like he's like, okay, I'm going to finish this round strong, not stupid, make a miss, counter the body a couple times, and set myself up for the second round. That's what I saw, and that's what we're looking at right here, Frank.
No, for sure, man. Both these guys have come out through a very hot start. As you can see, SpilActionz was able to gain that respect from Viper at the end of that first round. I'm loving what I'm seeing from both of these guys, man. Some very, very high-level striking, very crisp exchanges.
Yes, yes. Both the competitors as well as the player models, King Green versus Connor. But Spill versus Viper in of itself is an awesome match. So both ways, it's looking real good here.
Yeah, it seems like Spill is at a slight advantage in both health and stamina because he is digging to the body just a bit more, and it is starting to pay off. You can start to see that chunk of body health taken away from King Green as he starts to fire his own body shots back, trying to maybe make that deficit up. As a good catch of that kick, isn't able to capitalize on it though. So we've got 340 left here in round 2. As the double jab is not able to find purchase from King Green, we will see who is able to really step out and press their advantage here in round 2.
Beautiful work here by Spill. Yeah, nice counters upstairs and to the bread basket. Look at the stamina. It's really starting to be big time difference.
Yeah,
even some of the body damage.
Especially on moments like that when he goes for the takedown and gets it denied, that is a lot of stamina down the drain. You're not getting it back.
Feel like Viper's reaching a little bit too much now and slowing down just a little bit. That's a bad combo.
Yeah, you got to start to wonder, is he potentially getting rattled? No, the stamina of King Green is betraying him right now. You know, he's not quite able to just get some of those crazy exchanges like Connor is. Which I think is interesting because Connor doesn't exactly, he's not known for his gas tank, right? So it's just kind of funny how that works out. But yeah, no, some great shots there. The head health is about even, but I feel like the body work from Spill is making a lot of the difference right now, and that's why I've got him ahead in this fight, at least at this moment, Boiler.
Yep, it's been a nice, it started off as just kind of a slobber knocker, but I think Spill decided to kind of calm down a little bit, still be violent, still try to hurt his opponent. There's some sort of block glitch people are talking about in the chat, and I've seen a couple weird animations. So it's the same thing.
I'm curious about that myself. I was just wondering about a few of those. A beautiful
keep working the body.
Oh my goodness. That might be, oh my, that could be the beginning of the end right there. Spill is on a tear right now, man. Not able to get that finish right there, but I was going to say I assume he's just going to back up, but no, he gets a nice knee for good measure there while they're in the clinch. And now you can see he's just trying to find that one that's going to do it. He's trying to get that slip and rip that's going to call it a night. We'll just see if Viper is able to mix things up enough where he can't anticipate what the next strike is going to be. But right now, great performance from SpilActionz. 20 seconds left in this round. We'll see if he's able to finish it here or if we're going to get to a round 3.
That body work with Connor is just notorious for tearing you up, man. Ah, man. Well, in chat, they're saying the block glitch is now fixed because of that knockdown, apparently. But I feel like Spill might have noticed that it was happening and it was more to the head, and so he just worked the body until that knockdown. But overall, long story short, SpilActionz is putting more and more distance between himself and his opponent and fighting smart, but also going for the finish, man. He wants the finish, but he's not going to put himself in a bad position here, Frank.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of walking that line between, you know, aggressive and reckless, right? He's doing a good job of staying in the pocket, getting those shots off, but not being there for the return fire, not letting himself get drawn into too much of a firefight where he could then take, you know, some damage and end up in a bad position. He's just consistently landing jabs, hooks. He's not getting out of range, but he's also not throwing the entire time, and that ends up in a beautiful knockdown. This might be the beginning of the end here, Boiler. Well, honestly, the beginning of the end could have been right there, you know, towards the end of round 2, but ouch! Massive left hand as he misses the kick. This one might be done.
I give a lot of respect for Viper for still sticking in there because he's starting to get worked over pretty bad. He can be knocked out any second, but he's still firing back. But Viper's not sure if shots are going up high or down low. I've seen him drop his hands and get hit in the face. I've seen his hands high and he get hit in the stomach. Like, he's just guessing at this point.
And yeah, guessing wrong, apparently. This is all SpilActionz. This, I don't want to say this fight is over, but like,
that stamina is nasty. That damage is nasty. But he's still standing. I mean, Bobby Green ain't ever going to quit. I mean, King Green, how damn right. King Green.
You hear those saxophones? Because, boy, they are loud as hell.
Oh, no.
Yep, there it is. There it is. That's going to be the victory for SpilActionz. Just finishing it off with some ground and pound, going into that patented McGregor strut. Just a fantastic performance from both these guys, honestly speaking. I mean, King Green wasn't able to get the victory here today. Viper was just a step behind, but hey, did a great job up until that point. Was getting some great shots off, getting some really good offense in, but SpilActionz, like you mentioned earlier, Boiler, able to show off that veterancy, able to stay calm, not get rattled, find those shots in the pocket, and just continuously pick him apart on his way to victory.
Mixing it up, and he actually has a lot of great rear roundhouse kicks to the body that were landing at distance. So Spill just very precise. Again, they were kind of slugging it out early on, and it was a fairly close slugfest early on, but then Spill just said, okay, let me chill out a little bit. I don't want to go toe-to-toe with King Green, even with Connor. Like, that's not, that's a little scary sometimes. So great adjustment there. Viper, though, I want to give a big shout out to Viper because in UFC 5, he was almost cut from the roster, honestly. Like, he's come back so nicely. He's joined the LW Lethal Webcam with a lot of studs, including, but not limited to, CIA Webcam and Wordlife, both fighting tonight or have fought in Wordlife's case. So Viper's been getting really good sparring partners, obviously, been working on his game, and he went from like a borderline roster guy to putting up a hell of a fight against the number 33 all-time SpilActionz on late notice. It's not like he game planned for him, so big respect to both dudes.
Absolutely. No, fantastic performance from Viper. Just not quite able to get that victory, but hey, SpilActionz showing why he is who he is. So great work from both of them. Can't wait to see what we've got. You know, you'd mentioned that Viper is now in that lethal weapons camp, and iron sharpens iron. So I feel like this is potentially a minor setback for a major comeback on Viper's side. But for SpilActionz, great victory, incredible performance, and yeah, onward and upward, right?
You know it, man. I'm looking forward to him, and hope he keeps signing up. I'll keep getting him fights there, Frank.
Definitely. Well, we are going to be moving straight along. We're going into fight number 8. This is going to be WhimperingIann taking on SirDJD. So what do you have for us on these fighters, Boiler? They're in the flyweight.
Love division. It. So Ian joined up in the ESFL during the UFC 5 era. He actually started off 4-0 in competitive play. He ended up losing a couple, including to Tankerson and Ollie ADP, who ended up being the champ at one point. So another example of someone who was new on the scene, won 3 or 4 in a row, then came up against that upper crust of skill and just couldn't break through. But here's the question. Can he do it here in the new game, number 1? Number 2, his opponent, SirDJD, also new to competitive play at the ESFL. But guess what he did, Frank? He knocked out freaking Ed Parker in an exhibition bout. So SirDJD versus Ian. This is going to be a hell of a fun one, and it's kind of the de facto start of the main card.
I mean, what? Knocking out Ed Parker is like a big deal or something? Seriously, if you guys have been watching, you know exactly how big of a deal that is. That's a great way to put your name on the map. It's a great way to stamp yourself in this competition. But we've got both of them in the flyweight division. We've got Demetrius Johnson on one side by WhimperingIann. We've got DJD using Kai Sakura, and let's get to it. Both these guys, WhimperingIann is taking that advantage early on, marching forward, and then getting a beautiful single leg only 20 seconds into the fight, and now he's got 4.5 minutes of top position. This is probably not how you envision the fight starting for DJD, but you got to be careful not to get too flustered, right? But now, ooh.
Joe Rogan would be like, they're so dry right now. They're so dry, Frank. They're so dry.
They're still dry. They're still dry. There's no slippery. He's dry. He's dry. But as you can see, no, that's
it's true, though. It's true.
You messed me up, brother. But as you can see, he's got him WhimperingIann is in the half guard, scrambling my brain, boiler. Now he's moving into side control, throwing some of those knees. You hardly ever see that here in the ESFL, so that gets a shout out from me. As he is just again continuing to bring down the offense from that half guard position. Now in the full guard, postured up, not able to land because DJD is doing a good job of getting that defense where it needs to be. So even though things look bad for him right now, he's doing a good job of staying out of real danger. Obviously, WhimperingIann's got about 2.5 minutes of control time, but without any damage, the judges don't necessarily care about that. And if you get back to the feet, it's a whole new fight in general. So you got an entire half a round to get to work here if you're DJD, and it looks like he is trying not to waste it here with these big shots in the pocket, Boiler.
He stayed calm, and that's the hardest thing to do in your ESFL debut, man. He could have panicked in the bottom there and gotten submitted, literally. But he stayed calm, got back to his feet. 2 minutes left. Look at that length advantage, man. Oh, it's like 3 different weight classes, looks like.
Yeah, man. If you're DJD, why are you doing anything besides teeping and throwing those long-range kicks, right? But obviously, because if you get too predictable and get in a rhythm like that, somebody like WhimperingIann can fully take advantage of it and find his own avenue to victory. But doing a good job of trying to slip some of these entries into the pocket. But hey, I'm liking what I'm seeing from DJD, getting some of these jabs off while he's staying on that back foot. But another good takedown attempt from Ian gets stuffed there by DJD. Maybe he's just more aware of those takedown attempts coming back his way. Getting some good damage off here on the feet as he's staying largely out of trouble as we go to this last 40 seconds of the round, Boiler.
Another super fun fight. A little bit of different styles, different game plans. I mean, I've never seen this matchup in the ESFL. I'm almost positive. So it's just really fun to see the variety. And SirDJD, after a tough start to the round, ended up doing pretty well. But Ian's no joke, man. Ooh. Oh, good way to end the round.
A great way to end the round. Might have just stolen it just like that with that big 3-piece combo, able to get through the block, get that uppercut to land, and get a massive knockdown at the end of the round there.
Man, that's clutch. That's the type of thing that can make the difference between winning and losing a close fight. Literally, just that little sequence right there, staying tough to the last, to the horn, right? Even when I play ranked and get my ass kicked, like that last 10 seconds before the horn could be the most critical 10 seconds of the entire fight.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Some people do just decide, like, all right, the round's over, and just kind of, I don't want to say give up, but you just kind of, oh my, get complacent. But you cannot get complacent in front of DJD because he's going to throw him at your head. He's going to throw him at your body. Whenever you slip back, he's going to catch you with a head kick. DJD's striking right now is on point at, as we're about a minute into the round, Boiler. He's looking great going into round 2. Gets a nice takedown denial there.
Stuffs it. Keeps his head, smell the ground, just stuffs it. Puts the head right there. DJD's starting to feel that momentum. He's stuffing takedowns. He's got that length. He's starting to get the stamina and damage advantage. Like, he's starting to get real dangerous here, Frank. Look at that kick to the that kick is just range finding and connecting.
Yeah, it looks like he is starting to feel himself here in round 2. Even more so than he was at the beginning of round 1, because you can also see he's getting a lot of those flow boosts from hitting those Reaper round kicks as Ian's backing away. See, there's another one. You get those boosts for the flow state from certain strike techniques and triggers, and one of them for the Reaper flow state is getting those round kicks as your opponent is backing up. I'm loving the timing that I'm seeing here from DJD, but I'm also liking what I'm seeing from Ian. Your opponent's timing you. He's doing a good job of countering. Keep throwing. Just keep making something work. We got some lag on their end, but hey, we're right back into it. DJD stuffs another takedown, but Ian is doing a good job. Like I said, mix up your timing, and he's just opting for the don't stop throwing approach, and it seems to be working for him.
The don't stop throwing approach. Well, with only 3 rounds and Fly and these stud competitors here, they got the gas tank for that. We're past the halfway mark. They still got plenty of gas in the tank. Ian's drowning a little bit quicker, but nice work there to get the back. Can he do something with this now, Frank? He's got a minute and a half. Can he do something with this? Those knees count as significant strikes. I learned that from Bay and Rob, by the way. So he's actually making huge points right here. These are huge points on the scorecard for what it's worth. It is crazy.
But think about, like.
Right?
What do you mean those are significant strikes? Oh, nice. Beautiful pull counter there with the right hand.
Woo.
And
nice
another
fastball.
takedown attempt. Yup. He's able to get that one in the half guard. You got about a minute left. This is a good opportunity for Ian to try and get some damage. Maybe not now. I was going to say he might have some time to try for a submission attempt, but doesn't seem like he quite has that time at the moment. 30 seconds left here in round 2.
I'm loving it. This third round is going to be fun. I could see either guy, walking away with it, but maybe even a finish because these guys are throwing. Nice ground and pound. Not trying to get swept. A little worried about Ian's stamina, but he needed to do that for sure. Third round coming up, Frank.
And as you said, a finish is very much on the table from both sides because as we saw in round 2, whenever DJD was on the feet, he was able to land quite a bit of good shots. But, again, Ian was also able to get a few counters, able to get some good shots from the ground there and maybe start to try to press towards a bit of an advantage there. But we'll see if he's able to, if DJD is able to keep this fight on the feet here in round 3, because if he is, I think he might be able to get a knockout victory just with those investments he's been making to the body early on.
This definitely adds up big time, especially if he's stuffing it and putting it against the cage. Look, SirDJD's got hands too, even though I've been talking about his kicks a lot. His hook, his lead hook especially, has been catching Ian, like right there too. I like it. I like it. Good kick. All right. This is your chance. This is their only chance.
Yep. This is it, man. You've got 4 minutes to make life fair, right? You've got one opportunity to try and get, I would assume, a submission, right? Because I don't think he's going to be able to get enough damage from ground and pound to get the finish on DJD. At least not right now. You're going to need to do something to get some of that head health down. And that's going to be difficult because as we've seen throughout this fight, DJD is really good at avoiding grounded pound damage. That could be something that could make up a lot of that ground for Ian. But, again, DJD is just hip to it and doing a good job of avoiding any of that damage. You can see these pitter-patter shots. They're counting, but how much, right? Not at all if he's able to get up and get right back to the feet. Nice stuff there. And we're going to see there's about 3 minutes left in this fight. We're going to see if DJD can use that to get a finish or if Ian can land a surprise or a counter shot that can really change the momentum. He seems intent on getting that takedown and finishing this on the ground, but I don't know if that's going to be feasible as we enter the last 2.5 minutes of this fight. But if you keep going for the takedown, eventually you'll get it, I guess.
Eventually you will get it. His stamina is pretty cooked. So if he had trouble doing ground and pound or submission, a minute ago, it's going to be even harder now. If he could pull off 2 submissions in a row, I don't think he would finish it, but potentially he could get a 10-8 round, maybe, possibly. That's his only route to victory besides a finish. Even that's tenuous at best. Good position here if he had been doing this a little earlier in the fight, but DJD is a stud. Very close match. Good style matchup. This is where you want to be, though. This is exactly. If you were going to win in the last minute, it would be here, but he shakes him off. I'm sorry. Sorry for the commentator. No, that has nothing to do with me. That's just skill. That was good. But that was, hey, Ian is trying his hardest. He got very close and no giving up in his corner at all.
No. I just did find it funny how there was legitimate regret in your voice. I'm sorry, man. I just cursed
you. Man. Why do I have this power? I can't handle it.
No one man should have it. Here we are, 20 seconds left in the fight. Ian is trying his hardest to get that finish, but DJD tried to turn the tables and get a little takedown there. 10 seconds left, and it looks like we are going to be going to the judges' scorecards as DJD tries to get a flying knee to end this thing. What did you see in that fight, Boiler?
Very fun fight. What just sticks out to me, DJD did not panic in the first 20 seconds when he got taken down. In his first competitive ESFL fight, you got a stud like Ian that takes you down with Demetrius Johnson, gets you in a really bad position. You don't panic. You stand back up after a minute or so, start employing your game plan. Got taken down a couple more times, but also had some pretty good takedown defense. But whenever he was taken down, he, I'm not gonna say he stalled him out, but he's like, you can't do anything to me on the ground. Was able to get right back up, and I don't know. DJD just calm. He's ESFL ready to say the least. He's got that skill, and this is a great test. Okay, you can knock out Ed Parker, but can you deal with this type of onslaught in the ground game? Yeah, he can.
Yeah, I don't know if it's been said here, but I think the best ability in MMA and in ESFL is adaptability. You get taken down as soon as the fight starts. That can be where a lot of people give up. I'm like, all right, well, this wasn't my night. It's not gonna go my way. But DJD never once gave up. Never let those thoughts creep in. Like you had said, stayed calm, stayed consistent, got back to the feet, and was really able to press his advantage and show his real skill in the striking game. Because as we saw, DJD, good striking, both with the hands and with the feet, able to manage distance, able to mix it up to the head, to the body, and just keep things, keep Ian off balance, and really just able to keep pressing forward and get that victory. So shout out to him. Congratulations. We'll see you later on down the road, DJD.
Yeah. DJ, leaking more DMs here. Boiler leaking DMs. Man. No DM is safe. He said, I'm going to win this fight, and I want to be not only on the main card, but I want a co-main or a main event. This is what DJD told me earlier this morning. So can't guarantee you're going to get a co-main necessarily straight away, but trust me, Boiler is paying attention. I saw you knock out Ed Parker. I saw you just deal with Ian, who's a total stud. So, DJD absolutely deserves a spot on the roster. Looking forward to matchmaking him in the future, man.
Yeah, for sure, folks. And I think one of our biggest takeaways here, if you are an ESFL competitor, don't DM Boiler. He is going to put all your business out here on air. Don't do that, man. Don't get yourself in those positions. If you're going to say something, Boiler, make sure it's something you would say to everybody, because he's going to say it to everybody afterwards. We're moving on to fight 9. We've got Lethal Weapons' own CIA Webcam taking on Caliber. Both these guys have been around the block for a while, and they're both extremely talented competitors here in the ESFL, Boiler.
Yeah, man. Webcam. I met him, holy cow, more than 4 years ago in Las Vegas. It's been more than 4 years since ESFL Live Las Vegas at the HyperX. I met Webcam there. He's been grinding. He's similar to vPaiinXz. He's like the American version of vPaiinXz. I met him in Vegas in real life, and he's American. And vPaiinXz, German, met him in London. They've both been telling me all I've been doing is training and preparing for season 1. They participated a little bit, but not much in the exhibition and the other qualifiers. So we saw vPaiinXz, how well he did in his season 1 debut. Let's see what Webcam's been doing. And he's been gathering, like we said, new members of Lethal Weapon. And look at a really fun camp. As for Caliber, never discount Caliber. Number 49 all time in the legacy rankings. And you know what? He's also American. Out of the 6 cents, the S squared camp. Caliber, Webcam, may the best man win. I don't know who that'll be, but that's why we decided to match them up. Looks like they just got the lock in order, and I don't know who they're picking yet. Caliber's hovering over Taporia. Webcam is hovering over Holloway. Let's see what they do here, Frank.
As far as Taporia and Holloway go, I would like to see them running back at some point in time. I'm one of those people, though, man. I would watch Max fight traffic. This is one of those things. These guys need to be matched up once a year for the rest of time.
Right? For real. I love Max for sure. Taporia, man, he'll be back.
Definitely.
I was definitely rooting for Justin on that one, but hey, the MMA. Really, are you a legend? It's after you lose what you do. That's how you become a real legend in MMA. So here we go. Both these guys got tons of wins, but lots of losses in the ESFL too. But it's all new game, Frank. Where are they going to stand?
New game, new me, right? That's what the saying is, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Neither one of these guys has any interest in letting this fight go to a decision. As I said that as Caliber was going for a takedown, because as they started off, they were just in the middle of the pocket, just trying to throw and take each other's heads off. But now we see Caliber being the first one to mix the martial arts and see what Webcam's ground game is talking about. You said that you've met Webcam and that he's been training, getting ready for season 1. Has he been practicing the ground game? We're about to find out, because we got Caliber on top with 4 minutes to work, as he's landed some good ground and pound to start this thing off.
Whereas Webcam did not really fight in UFC 6 too much yet, Caliber's had some really tough fights, but he did beat Trixie, lost to Papa Doc earlier this summer. Webcam, big test for him. Nice armbar attempt. He's got the stamina advantage. Does Caliber? I think he might have got that one.
Did he win the race? He did. And so now Max is in a very precarious position going forward. It looks like, I don't know, there might be a little bit left, but it's a little over halfway on that submission bar. We'll see if the next one is enough to finish this fight. The bad news for Webcam, there's 3 minutes to work. And you got Topuria on top of you in full mount. That is not where you would want to be.
Not where you want to be at all when you're starting up the season. This is a question of, will Webcam calm himself and fix the situation, or is he going to start panicking like, oh my gosh, I'm getting worked over, I got so much time on the clock, and then he starts making mistakes? I think he's the type of veteran that'll gather himself, and just as he does that, beautiful work.
Great job there to get that sweep, and now he himself is in top position. Going for that posture up, just getting the stand up. That's what I expected, and a good move there from Webcam to get this fight back into a more comfortable area on the feet. Now it's a matter of speed versus power, right? Because you saw Webcam landed 2, Topuria landed 1, and it was the same amount of damage taken off from both guys. So that's the danger it is whenever you're fighting Ilia Topuria, right? This guy's got dynamite attached to his wrists. But those uppercuts from Max are going to do a good job there, and he gets the head kick on the lean back. I'm surprised that didn't do even more damage, but a good stun there from Webcam as Caliber is on the back foot now.
I thought he was going to be knocked out with that head kick. Not literally, but it looked like it connected flush enough after that beautiful combo. So, yeah, a 2-to-1 ratio is about what Webcam wants to and needs to land against Topuria.
Oh, needs to. I would put that in the needs to category. I mean, goodness gracious. We just saw that Webcam was going crazy with his striking, and then 2 shots from Topuria, and we're right back on even footing. 2 shots. This guy's got ridiculous bombs. Oh, my goodness. Eats a head kick flush to the chin and just walks it off, I guess. I don't.
Ooh, man, I love it. This is the virtual violence, the first round. These guys are both really bringing the pain. I'm loving it. Who's going to win? That's why we're watching. I feel like Webcam did lose that round, but he gathered himself a lot better, had some smooth combos, and when he ends on the head kick, I mean, that could pay dividends. Now, the question is, or more like the concern, be careful of Caliber ducking that head kick. I got a feeling Caliber's, if he's got a corner there, they're like, yo, man, duck the head kick. Duck the head kick. Let's see. I'm not trying to jinx you, Webcam, but that's what Caliber might be looking for, so be careful. Those head kicks, if you get ducked, man, Topuria can knock you out with 1 shot.
You saw he was trying to get those ducks in early, trying to, I guess, get the muscle memory down. But goodness gracious, Webcam coming out swinging at the start of round 2 and gets a huge knockdown there with one of those head kicks, funny enough.
Yeah, those head kicks, high risk, high reward, and he's been money with them. So if you got to ride that edge of risk versus reward. Webcam's feeling good with those head kicks, and they're landing. So there you go, man.
Yeah, for sure. And we see that Caliber goes for the takedown again, but gets denied there by Webcam. This is a great fight so far, man. Webcam's doing a good job of landing a lot of these good combinations on the feet. But it's just that matter of, right, like it seems like every time he lands something, there's always that split second of, all right, now is Caliber gonna throw a counter shot that's gonna get this same amount of damage back. But then again, going for that takedown, getting things back into top position, probably the least risky way to go about this. Going forward. Oh my
gosh, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. If Caliber can have his way here, he might want to just stay on the ground because Webcam was really building momentum on the feet, man.
Definitely. It's a great fight from both of these competitors because now you see Caliber is like, okay, I've got a bit of an advantage here on the ground. Let's go for it. Let's keep this thing down here. Let me get some of these strikes off. And don't forget, he has already completed one of those submissions. So this fight could be closer to ending than we think it is.
Totally right, man. Can't discount that by any means. And, he may have different level submissions and different entries are stronger than others. So just because it's like 50% or maybe just a little above doesn't mean he's not just one submission away from the finish. So, a lot of time to work here on the ground too. Good work there. Oh, nope. Literally, I was going to say Webcam's going to be able to stand up, but nope. Caliber's able to get his back like this. Minute and a half left, Frank.
Get him out of that position so he didn't have to worry about that quick stand up against the cage. And now he's got him inside control. Crazy that the crowd's chanting stand them up because they're actually both staying active, getting a lot of good work here on the ground. And then again, Caliber doing a good job to not get his back against the cage, just letting the position go. He feels like you got to assume he feels like he's done enough to salt away the round. And now he can try and get some bonus points, some extra credit here on the feet and land one of those big Taporia right hands.
Like you said, dynamite in those fists. They land big time. And that's a big risk of going against someone who's using Taporia or someone else with really heavy hands. Is you don't feel like they hurt you that bad, but all they need is a couple big shots and you're really hurt. They don't need like a 7-strike combo like maybe Max does. Oh,
right, exactly. There's 3, 4, 5. 3 of them landed.
Spinning back fist. I love that spinning back fist. That was awesome. It was the fun one. This could be fight of the night. By the way, Frank, it is up to you and I as the commentary team to pick the fight of the night. So I mean, I've been keeping track a little bit. This one's kind of starting to get up there. We still got a few awesome fights tonight. We're not done yet at all, folks, but I just want to kind of bookmark this one as potentially living up. Especially, let's see how this third round goes, but it really anybody's fight almost.
I'm listening for sure. This is definitely worth the conversation for fight of the night. Which one was it that we shouted out earlier? Was it Wordlife and Drake, or was it a different one?
Let's crowdsource that. See what the chat says.
What do y'all think is fight of the night? Yeah, absolutely. We're going to crowdsource that. We're going to ask better minds than ours, right? Y'all have been watching.
Exactly.
What do y'all think has been fight of the night so far? Drop it in the chat as we see Webcam really getting some more good damage off here on the feet. He's doing a great job of, consistent, sustained offense. It's just, like we've been saying, Taporia can throw 2 shots and get all of the same results right back. So it's a matter of risk and damage mitigation from Webcam here in round 3.
Oh, Webcam was fighting quite technical, but just as that happens, the takedown, he's winning the round, obviously, but he can't stay here very long at all. He needs to get up.
Yeah, much easier said than done, of course, because the denials from Caliber have been top tier right now. He's been doing a great job of just keeping this fight where he wants it. He seems to have wanted this thing on the ground and is doing a good job of getting it there, doing a good job of keying it there. It's just a matter of how much damage can he get off. But hey, he's going for this submission. Is he going to try and cook the stamina? Will he be able to win this race? It looks like he will be able to. He's going for it.
Oh, no.
Oof.
All alive, but that hurt. Oh, some real long-term tendon damage there, but he didn't break the arm.
Ugh, man, that head would have felt awful. But now, the only thing I would say that would feel worse than that is getting out of that armbar, and now you've got the guy on top of you.
Yeah, exactly. Seriously. Oh, big shots. Oh, his head health just from like one shot went halfway down. We got someone in the chat saying this is the fight of the night.
All right, I can't disagree at this point.
For real, it's been high, very high skill level, back and forth. Look at this, into the triangle. Oh my God.
Did Max win that race? Oh, he did. Gets the huge slam into side control. That one could have been it, Boiler. That could have been the end of this fight right there. But great job from Webcam to time that one perfectly to win that race and get himself out of dodge. And now we're back on the feet. He's pointing down. Max position. Both of them are in flow state. Caliber immediately. That's a mind game for you, right? We're gonna go flow state. Yeah, we'll stand in box. No. We're gonna go ahead and go get this takedown real quick,
Points at the ground, and then he responds with his own flow state, and then takedown. That's his high level mind games. He's in trouble now. Oh, at least he defended that. But 40 seconds to go. Horrible
Great
position.
get up right there.
Okay.
Max, I'm going straight knees, uppercuts, front kicks. I'm not letting no more takedowns get through in this position if I'm Webcam, right? I'm doing everything I can to try and avoid that, maybe get some damage off in the process. Big uppercuts landed, almost enough to get the rock. 10 seconds left. That's why you never listen to me. I'm not a strategist. I'm in the booth. You're not a good fighter. Don't actually throw the flying knee. Don't listen to me. I'm an idiot. And that's what happened. No, in all seriousness, man, great fight from both of these guys. Caliber beautiful job to just step back just out of range. Caught him on the button with that left hook. Good night, Tug. Oh,
hey,
my
man.
goodness. That's like
Webcam went out on his shield for real. Like, he's like, whatever, I know I need to finish. And he was getting pretty close. He was landing some nice combos. Those uppercuts were really getting there, that perfect range. He's just like, okay, I'm not going to just stop here and just go for the decision. I'll throw this totally out of range just in case. So all respect to Webcam. Put it all out there. But even more respect, because that was a hell of a win there by my man, who, again, should never be underrated, Mr. Caliber, a top 50 all-time, just came out, beat Webcam. Love to see it. Caliber, some of that old guard. Webcam, big respect. I look forward to matchmaking for you again, dude. LW is on the way up, but wasn't your day today. Big win by Caliber. Possibly fight of the night, Frank. That's what the crowd was saying. I had that intuition feeling myself, too, so.
Absolutely. Listen, the crowd is kind of spitting, if I'm being honest. That was a great fight of the night. That was so much fun, man. Just incredible work from both of those competitors, from Caliber and from Webcam. And again, all respect to Webcam going out on the shield, like you had said, live by the sword, die by the sword. I'm not mad at that at all. You did everything you could to make that an entertaining and exciting fight, and you absolutely succeeded in that regard. Just weren't able to get your hand raised this go round. But hey, Caliber, great work, great performance. We will see you again down the road. Man, we've been having some fun here today, Boiler. Let's keep this thing going, man. We are getting into the last stretch. We are on fight number 10. We got WinterXJ against Kezza. What do you got for us?
Yeah, we got about 4 more fights, including this one. We got WinterXJ, who I also met in London at the gamepad for ESFL Live London. Winter is like literally 6'8", maybe more. Big dude. And he's really freaking good at UFC, by the way. He beat Zayaf in a main event in the exhibition earlier this year. Yeah, exhibitions don't count, Frank, but like if you beat Zayaf at any point, I'm putting it on your scout report. Like, you know, even an exhibition fight. Huge win for Winter there. Kezza, can't overlook Kezza at all. Kezza, you know what? He somehow, I've been watching Kezza since, you know, the very beginning. He is now an old head. He is one of those OGs, the old blood, old guard, whatever you want to call it. He has 36 fights in the ESFL, does Mr. Kezza, and he was tearing it up in the exhibition. I think he went 4-1. Yeah, 4-1, and he was going against tough dudes. Another fun fact about Kezza, he's lost like 17 coin flips in a row. Literally. What? I'm not even joking. It's like a 1 in 500,000 chance that he would lose 17 heads. And I watched them all. Now, he didn't call heads or tails every single time, but his opponent would either win or he would lose. I swear. I'm not even making this up. I'm like, Kezza, somehow you need to figure out how to leverage this bad luck and bet against yourself like George Costanza. You'll be rich. I don't know.
Listen, no disrespect, man, but that's generational bad luck. How do you lose 17 coin tosses in a row? That seems much harder to do than it does. Like, I know. Maybe,
and again, counting. And counting.
God.
Hey, it's not over yet.
I'm praying you break that streak soon, man. I hope things start to turn around for you. Maybe you just stacking up bad luck so you can then turn it around and parlay it for a big heaping help in the Super Bowl. Anyway, these guys are in the welterweight division. Oh my goodness, we've been talking about bad luck.
There we go.
Now he's got Conor McGregor. Are we going to see our first ever digital leg break?
Oh, no, I hope not. Oh, those are always nasty. I remember exactly where I was when I saw Anderson Silva's, when I saw Weidman's own leg. I saw Connor's like, ooh, leg kicks, man. Those, that's scary. That's nasty.
And we should see plenty of them because WinterXJ is going to be going with Leon Edwards. We've got, of course, Kezza using Conor McGregor. This should be an excellent kickboxing bout. Now that I've said that, Boiler, I expect to take down within 20 seconds. Both guys touch gloves in the middle of the ring, and we are getting right to it. Conor starts things off with some body work, and then Winter wants to do the same thing. Both guys trying to make those investments early and really just feeling it out, getting the range. Some good body shots there from Winter. Takes a left hook on the way back for his troubles, though.
Winter is legit, man. He joined Nas and Carnalito as well. Who was the fourth person in the Final Four? I forgot. But long story short, WinterXJ was part of the Final Four of ESFL Live London in March of this year. It was so cool to go out to London, hang out with Bay, Nabality, Feckett came out there with me, and long story short, Winter, not only did I meet him, but he was a top 4, very legit fighter, man.
Nice. And yeah, looking to put those skills on display here against Kezza. Both guys trying to find the range. Just a bit of a feeling out process here. But it looks like right now, Kezza's finding that range just a bit more often at the moment. Nice body kick there from Edwards to try and maybe stem the tide a little bit. But yeah, some good consistent offense from Kezza. But Winter is obviously staying in the pocket, hanging down, doing everything he can to keep this thing competitive, and is doing just that. Also doing a great job of getting some of this stamina down. You're starting to see a bit of an advantage, and we'll see if that starts to stack up as we continue moving forward. 2:40 left in the first round as a big knockdown from Kezza off from that left-hand shot from Conor McGregor. It's got to be something that's a little bit demoralizing because Winter was fighting well. I wouldn't say that, you know, he was being careless or anything, but just that fast. It doesn't take long to get knocked down by McGregor. So now, just like that, you're fighting an uphill battle, and we'll see how far up that hill Winter's able to get.
For a decade, Conor McGregor has been the notorious one here in the EA UFC community. All it takes is one big shot, one big counter. You know, never think that you can win in the pocket against Conor. I don't care. Like, and that continues this way. You got to use a little bit of intelligence, and Winter was doing quite well. But again, Conor, just all it takes is one of those left hands, man.
Yeah, it's different for real. I mean, he's incredibly powerful, ridiculous speed, and another one coming through. Those uppercuts too, man. They are deadly. And if Winter's not careful, man, we're gonna get this thing wrapped up quick.
Look at that damage. Head health already showing up. Already has a nasty mouse on the eye, it looks like. That left hand, whether it's an uppercut, whether it's a hook, or the Celtic cross. I mean, it does hella damage. But Winter's like going toe-to-toe with him. He's not trying to use his length advantage or really counter. He's pushing hard on him, which there you go. But when you throw those kicks so close to McGregor, that's why he got knocked down earlier. Like, if you're just standing on one foot in front of McGregor, you're in deep trouble.
Yeah, you know, like we just saw in that last exchange, he can land too before you get that foot back down on the ground. So be careful with that. Beautiful body shots there from Winter. I would like to see more of those going forward. You can take out a lot of the wind of those sails of McGregor. If you keep digging to the body, you'll see that return of investment sooner than later, I would think.
100%. That is one of the, if there's one way to sap the strength of McGregor, it's definitely that. Of course, taking him down if you had the ability, but maybe not with Edwards. Looks like it is a cut over his left eye, so it wasn't a mouse, it was a cut. Those can aggregate over time and certainly do more damage on that side. However, Frank, I don't even know if there's doctor stoppages in this game. Like, I don't even know if I've seen one, definitely not in the ESFL. So, you know, we did see doctor stoppages occasionally in UFC 5, maybe not here. Just wanted to point that out.
Right. I don't recall if I've seen any either. Not saying they're not in there. I just don't recall seeing any, you know.
Yeah.
Beautiful slips from both parties. Neither one able to get the counter shots to land. But after they reset, Winter lands a nice roundhouse to the body and a beautiful pull counter right there on the right hand. Starting to figure out the momentum, not the momentum, the rhythm rather, and build some momentum. The words are just coming out in the wrong order. Yeah, some great work here from Winter in round 2 to just really start to figure out the range, the footwork, and how to, you know, best get his offense off.
Yep, and a methodical approach is the way to go, but it's one of those situations like we talked about. You could be winning exchanges slowly but surely, but all it takes is one explosive attack by McGregor, and all your hard work just went down the drain. And then as time goes on, you got to get more desperate and start uncorking more to play catch up, and that's when you really get hurt.
Yeah, and especially now that McGregor's in that flow state, you got to be extremely careful because, man, if you're able to, if you take some of those shots in this state, that's a great move by Edwards. Just put a pin in that right then and there. Now he's got this thing on the ground, on top and side control, and this could be a great advantageous position, but a good job by Conor to get back into the half guard. We got just under half the round to go here in round 2, Boiler.
Okay, Winter, I see you. That's a smart move. Look at the stamina difference. And okay, Edwards isn't, you know, incredible top control, but it's not like Conor has great bottom control. So it's pretty even here. And he just, right as he says that, put that right into full mount. See if he can deny this. He does. This is big trouble for Kezza.
Definitely. And Winter's trying to just put the finishing touches on this thing, get some good shots off, landing some there. And now McGregor's head health is looking a bit dire. Another posture up could be extremely dangerous for him. But you saw right there, Winter was looking like he was hovering over the submission. So you got to wonder, is he starting to try to, soften him up and then catch him by surprise with one of those quick submissions from Edwards?
Could be. But at this rate, maybe the ground and pound, keep at it because he's slowly draining the stamina. He's scoring big and he's doing some damage. Like the head health is slowly but surely chipped away by Kezza. All right, here we go. 25 seconds. Let's see if anyone can score something big.
Right. I'm loving the body work from Kezza. Listen, guys, I am a huge fan of watching somebody snatch the body and just seeing how devastating that can be when done well. And then some good shots there. A nice three-piece combo to end the round from Winter, and then blocking the head kick on the way back. That was a very good round there. I'm very interested to see what we get from this round 3 from both these competitors.
Yeah, I mean, should we just assume it's 1-1, I guess, or at least just, let's just say whoever wins this wins it. Let's go. All right, there we go. There we go. I like the way Winter's been fighting, but again, all it takes is a couple big shots from Kezza. Nice takedown. Winter's like, I'm all in on the ground game, man. We're not standing and swinging with Connor, and that's the right decision, I'm telling you.
No, it definitely is, man. Why put yourself through that if you don't have to? If you've got a good enough ground game to keep keep yourself out of harm's way, why would you not take advantage of every tool in the box?
Hey, that's what makes, a real champ. Don't let pride get in the way, number one. Number two, use your brain. When emotions are flying, you have the bright lights. Trust me, there's nothing like fighting live on the ESFL. It's a mental, it'll mess you up mentally. I was going to curse, but I'm trying not to. But anyway, it'll mess you up mentally if you're not careful. So being able to stay calm and cerebral, but also keep those fast twitch reactions and that killer instinct, like that is what a real fighter's about.
Yeah, absolutely. All of these guys are, of course, top level competitors in every facet of the game, but things really change when A, you're facing another top level competitor, and B, those bright lights are on. You got people in the chat asking what you're doing, who is this guy, what is happening. Like, all these things do play a factor, whether you want to admit it or not, man. But both these guys doing a good job staying composed. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Winter. Just like you had said, being smart, not fighting with pride, but fighting with his brain. Hey, I've got an advantage. This is Conor McGregor. I can really just take him to the ground and maybe just wet blanket him out and finish this thing out, salt this fight away. And it looks like that's the exact route that he is going, and Kezza does not seem to have an answer for him right now.
Oh, it's tough for him. Gets right back into half guard, another denial. The little baby shots are counting, but of course, full guard. This is trouble here, Frank.
Yeah, got him in the full mount. Now he's postured up.
Mount,
it's all bad. I knew what you meant.
Let me drink some coffee real quick.
Man, that's exactly what I've been on. Now you've got Connor able to get back in the full guard. Minute 20 left, but another denial. This looks like, it might not be pretty, folks, but it is effective. And this is what Winter was trying to do just to make sure that he gets this victory. Why put yourself in harm's way if you ain't got to be there?
Nope, he's getting great denials. He's getting a little bit of activity on the top. Definitely not being stood up. Doing a little bit of damage as well. Not a ton, but enough to certainly secure this round. And we said whoever wins this round wins it all. So at this rate, man, Winter's going to cinch it up. But I don't know. Judges are crazy. You never know. But I'm pretty sure Winter's on the road to victory here. I guess we'll find out very shortly. There you go. He wants to end it with a emphasis. Nice.
Yeah, he wants to leave no doubt at all as this fight comes to a close. I'm assuming, right, that Winter did enough to get the victory, but we never know what the judges saw. We never know what's going on through their heads. So it's all just a matter of what do the scorecards say? That's really all we can do is wait to see what they've got in store for us.
Fun fight overall. Kezza and Winter, I knew both these dudes top flight competition, and I wasn't sure how this fight was going to play out. This is almost another one I wish went 5 rounds, but it is what it is. It was 3. Let's see what this decision is here, Frank.
Sounds like it's muted, but we're gonna have to do all the context clues.
We'll add a drum roll into post-production, maybe. Connor looks sad. Yep. Good win.
Edward, can you put the drum roll on live television real quick? Yeah, Edwards is able to get that victory. Like we said, those last 2 rounds seem to have really just gotten it done with the grappling. Again, hey, might not have been pretty, but it is effective, right? Able to just get this thing to the ground, stop Connor from using his power, stop him from using those kicks, and get yourself out of harm's way. He was able to come back from down 2 knockdowns in that first round and able to keep this thing on the ground, keep it controlled and manageable, and just keep pounding away to get that victory. So congratulations to Winter. Very, very well done to show your skill in every aspect of this game.
Yep. Another great example of keeping calm under pressure. Winter could have totally freaked out the way it started, but he gathered himself, didn't get, finished quickly, started to earn some respect on the feet, but then realized, all right, this is too risky and I'm probably still going to lose at this rate. Let me bring it to the ground. And he had 6 minutes, either 6 or 7 minutes of control time, multiple takedowns, and a little bit of ground and pound. Now, in the 3rd round, he wasn't really doing much damage, but in the 2nd round, he was doing some pretty heavy damage with ground and pound. So, anyway, great fight. Looking forward to see who I can match Kezza up with next, as well as Winter on that 1-0. Love to see it. It's still early in the season, but both these dudes are going to put out a lot of good fights, I'm pretty sure, here, Frank.
For sure. It's early in the season. Anything can happen. Hey, some of the people we've seen lose today might go on an absolute tear and still end up in title contention in that title picture. Of course, you might be wondering, how are we going to get to that title picture? Well, there's some announcements coming forward in the future, but just know that the winner of our main event is going to be entered into a 4-man tournament at a later date that is going to be for that first title. It's just a matter of how are we going to get those other 3 competitors. You'll know soon enough, sure enough. Just make sure that you're following us. Make sure that you are in the Discord. Make sure you're able to get all of those updates, all that information whenever it's coming your way, folks. So, with that said, we are going on to fight number 11. We've got JC21 taking on Kieran KRO. Both these guys fighting out of the EU. Both have been around the block once or twice. What do you got for us, Boiler?
Now we're really getting into the thick of it, man. Fight 11. So this is actually the co-main because we only got 13 tonight. JC21 was the youngest champ of all time in the ESFL. And guess what? He went 6-1 in the ESFL Q Swiss tournament. So JC21 earned a spot last week's $2,000 tournament. Of course, he didn't come out with the win in the $2,000. That was Fatinator. Whatever that was translated, I forgot. It's 1,300 pounds or something. I sent it out to him. But long story short, total stud out of Ireland, JC21 versus Kieran Crow, who was also in the tournament last week. He won Marshall Mines tournament. How would he like to go on Marshall's channel live, win the tournament? I mean, that is freaking a huge game and accomplishment all time. So he did that. Again, didn't, make it to the championship or win the tournament last week. But JC versus Kieran, man, this is a hell of a matchup. Both these dudes vying for what I would expect a top 10 type of position after this. So let's give them the launch orders. See who they pick. They're in middleweight, I think, here.
This looks extremely exciting because we've got Israel Adesanya on one side, we've got Anderson Silva on the other, and they have locked it in. This should be a kickboxing match at the highest caliber. I would love to see this when it's actual Anderson and not old Manderson like it was back in the day. Both these guys at their primes giving us what we hope is going to be like a K1 level display of kickboxing as they touch gloves.
Sir.
It makes my soul happy to see them both.
Yes. Exactly how I look at it. Every time I see Adesanya versus Prime Anderson in this, I'm like, man, I wish we saw this in real life. I really, really do. But we do here in the virtual octagon.
Absolutely. And what I was saying a second ago, it makes me happy to see they both touch gloves and immediately step back because they're both trying to work in that kicking range. They're both trying to use all the tools in their toolbox. Both of them extremely crafty fighters. Huge roundhouse lands to the body for Izzy. Both extremely crafty fighters, some of the best strikers we have ever seen in an octagon. Like you said, we're getting both of them in their prime right here, right now.
Yes, sir. And JC21 and Kieran are both some of the best we've ever seen in the UFC competitive scene. So put that together, legendary fighters and legendary competitors, man. That's why we do this here live every Sunday, ESFL Gaming, my man.
Yes, sir. And we are in the thick of it. Both of them are trying to find the advantage. Both of them trying to find the range. Good job catching that kick there by Kieran and just walking him back to the cage, maybe just trying to give himself a positioning advantage. A lot of these hands are coming in fast, though. Those uppercuts, those hooks, they are landing almost at will for Izzy. We're going to see if JC is able to send something back that makes him think about those, like that left hook, like those body shots they dropped in. And now we got ourselves a fight, Boiler.
Yes, we do. Anderson's possibly the GOAT, but I would expect that Adesanya has a little bit stronger hands, a little bit more powerful hands. So I wonder if JC's going to try to use some kicks, some knees, some elbows. Not at this point. He's making it truly boxing, I guess. I mean, of course, Anderson hits hard, but I don't know. I think Izzy hits harder probably, right?
Potentially. I would have to look at the numbers myself. I'll be honest. I'm not looking at them right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't exactly know. I would think maybe Izzy hits a bit harder. Somebody in the chat can potentially confirm that for us. But
I'm going to go look right now. You call the action. I'll do the research. Here we go.
All right. Both guys are in the pocket. Both trying to figure out that range. Izzy is getting blocked on those two left hands. Able to land the double up on the right hand, though. Nice side kick there from Anderson. And a nice uppercut as well. Both these guys in the pocket are swinging and trying to figure out where they can get those angles to land. It seems like Anderson's having more success with hooks. Izzy's having more success with your uppercuts and your shots straight up the middle. We'll see if either of them is able to get that read and then make the adjustment as we go forward. 50 seconds left here in round one. Nice roundhouse kick there from Izzy. Anderson trying to get back out of range, lands a good hook on the exchange. Oh my, big uppercut. Now Anderson's rock, getting a lot of that block held taken down too. So this thing is looking dangerous for JC. Kieran's trying to march forward and get himself at an advantage, but JC still fired back, even off the back foot. Now he's getting touched for it. Nice round.
I love it.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild out here. Very frenetic pace as we end round one.
We saw earlier tonight, we saw some pretty technical. I mean, they were still action-packed. A little more technical, a little more defense. This one is full throttle. I did the research. It looks like 94 punch power for both Izzy and Anderson. But I'm not sure about perks, and I'm not sure about move levels. Like, I presume Izzy's got a 5-star left hand, right? Or left hook, that is. So, anyway, pretty much even, though, on the punching standpoint. There you go.
Oh, nice slip. Nice pull counter right there to get that right hand to land.
Uh-oh.
Quite a bit of damage, and that right hook is going to sit him down. Trying to find the finish is Kieran, but not able to do so. Anderson back on the feet. Goes for the hip toss, but gets denied by JC. And now we got a brand new fight with both these guys on the feet. Kieran's trying to finish this. JC's trying to get some respect back and land something to put him back on even footing. But man, great action from both sides here with a minute gone here in round two.
Just a frame or two makes all the difference between connecting and being countered. I love it. Both these guys, high skill, a lot of fun to watch. Big time chins on both these fighters as well, so we're able to see them absorb some of the big shots without, being knocked down immediately. So it's real slobber knocker, as they'd say.
Shout out to Jim Ross.
Yes, sir.
Both these guys are really just biting down on the mouthpiece and letting them fly in the pocket. You can see, we were talking about the kickboxing, but now they have just evolved into a straight boxing match. Even when both guys are getting out of the pocket, it's just a matter of, all right, I'm getting right back in it, and they're just throwing, no hesitation. I'm not gonna say no defense, because obviously they're doing a great job of keeping themselves off the canvas, but man, Kieran is doing a fantastic job of staying right in JC's face, not giving him any opportunity to breathe. As another right hook lands, gets another rock, and JC's swinging back, even while Rock lands a left hand that does quite a bit of damage. He's here for a good time, not a long time.
I love it. Like, fight fire with fire. I mean, that's so risky, but the best of the best can do that. And JC is one of the best of the best. But so is Kieran. That's what's making it so fun.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. You fight fire with fire for too long, eventually the barn starts burning, and it looks like we are well on that road right here, right now, Boiler.
Yes, sir, man.
Fight of the night contention. Is this up there? Do y'all think this is a better fight than the one we saw between, was it Webcam and Caliber? What do y'all think? And let us know in the chat, folks, as we see another big uppercut landing from both sides, really. They were both able to get some nice uppercuts through. And yeah, both guys trying to figure out which shot is going to be the one that does it all. I like that step back instead of using the head movement. He just did a quick little half step to get himself out of range. Wasn't quite able to get that counter, but something to watch for going forward from Kieran.
Good call out. Good eyes on that. That's a real pro move. I've seen Romero and some of the other top of the top, kind of opt for using the little half step or little back step.
Goodness, caught him with the zombie uppercut. That was an evil fall by Anderson, and that's enough to get the victory for Kieran Crow, able to get that victory with the Israel Adesanya and that victory animation. I'm gonna leave all the adjectives on the floor.
I was thinking something similar. I was like, I don't even know what to comment on that one, but I will say that was a hell of a knockout, man.
Yes, we know what to
comment.
Out of
nowhere. Exactly. We'll stick to that. That's the obvious one on his face. A hell of a fight, but just that power. He's putting him against the cage. Of course, trying to counter himself, but not able to, as Anderson just taking too much damage over time and devastating strike. Was he caught on the way down possibly too? Like
looks like it.
Get caught on the way down. Yep, JC probably caught on the way down. And super fun fight though. Definitely, I'm not giving it fight of the night, but it was one of the more entertaining fights of the night. It was a fun one for sure.
No, and that's a valid take for sure. That's what that's all we would ask is what y'all think. Ken, I don't know if that one's quite fight of the night. Still a great performance by both guys. Very much enjoyed the way that Kieran was able to just stand on a napkin right in front of Anderson and keep himself, for the most part, out of danger. Took some damage, of course, but was able to just stick to him, stay glued to him, and make sure that he was able to just keep dropping those bombs, getting those shots that eventually led to that KO victory. So congratulations to Kieran Crow. We know JC will be back, so can't wait to see what both those guys have in store for us going forward. Guys, it is time for our co-main event of the evening. We've only got 2 fights left, and I know that they are both going to be bangers, especially because of how much we had to shuffle them around. Ain't that right, boy?
Be watcher, my friend. Sometimes things happen, pull-outs, this or that, and you know what? We were actually able to consolidate a couple fights down into just as good or even better fights in the end. So get some pull-outs here and there, whatever. Show must go on. We ended up here with the co-main in the main event, kind of last-second replacements. But they're not last-second replacements. They're some of the best that have ever graced the ESFL, Frank.
Yeah, no, for sure. We got Ali ADP taking on Cerberus. And Ali, like you said, one of the best we've had. Topped out at 23 on our legacy rankings. So absolutely a force to be reckoned with. 13-4 in official competition, taking on Cerberus, who is 0-1 in official competition. However, went on an insane run in those exhibitions, went 5-0-1 in all of those. A ground wizard with patient top control. He likes to use those sneaky leg kicks to chop down the base. And he's going to be going into Ali, who is great at reading opponents. He adjusts round to round. I was just talking about adaptability. He stays composed under adversity. He's really good at the in and out striking, and was a standout in the UFC 5 season. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what we get from these two out of that lightweight division.
Ali ADP, little story about him. Boiler story time. Our last season of UFC 5, we had an 8-man tournament to launch the season, and Ali was the last man out. So he's like number 9, and he didn't get a chance, right? And he totally proved me wrong, because he went on that run that season, became not only the champ, but defended it more than anybody else. So he actually ended up being the seasonal champ. So from the odd man out of the 8-man tournament all the way to champion, I'll never forget Ali. Egg on my face. How could I underestimate him? Never again. I love it. All right, we're going to get them all locked in. It's going to be the co-main. We did just keep this at a 3-rounder. Normally our co-main is a 5, but we did tell these guys just go for the 3-rounder. The main event will be 5 rounds, so long story short. But we got Ali and Cerberus. Cannot overlook Cerberus because he was the real standout star of the exhibition season. He went, I believe, 5-0. All I know is Cerberus also won Bruce Lee Rob's tournament. So Cerberus won the creator tournament for the August Apex 2000. Again, Didn't win that 2000. That's the Fatinator, who I'm looking forward to competing later this season, hopefully. But anyway, both studs, and they're fighting right now. Frank, let's go for it.
100%. They're getting to it, and I like that Cerberus is immediately trying to press the advantage with the grappling. You know, this is Oliveira versus Makhachev. It could go either way, and obviously, you know, a lot of times you get two strikers, that becomes a kickboxing match, and we'll, you know, at the very least, Cerberus did his due diligence in trying it out, trying to get this fight up against the cage and potentially to the ground. But right now, Ali's doing a fantastic job just keeping some distance, getting these hands off right now, landing some good body shots as well. Oh, I like that. That was a great job of getting the denial on the takedown and then firing it right back while you had a second where he was maybe unawares. And now you got Cerberus on the top, getting a good denial, and now he's in that backside position. This is going to be very interesting to see how Ali gets out of this, and he's able to get right to side control and then straight to the get up. You got to wonder if Cerberus maybe wasn't expecting that, but either way, 3 minutes left in this first round. Both guys on the feet. We are basically at round 0 here, Boiler.
Critical get up by Cerberus, or excuse me, by Ali. Because Cerberus, you know, I don't think with Charles Oliveira versus Makhachev just hits too hard. Ali hits too hard. So Cerberus was in a great spot with top control, but, you know, good get up there. Nice uppercut.
Nice uppercut.
Definitely.
Beautiful timing. And then you see
halfway through the first round here, man.
Yeah, Ali is trying to, looks like, oh, wow. I was going to say he's trying to get more of the body shots off, eats a head kick for his troubles. That's going to be something to watch out for. If Cerberus can just keep landing those unexpected head kicks, this fight will not be long. Nice uppercut through, too. That's one thing, man. I feel like Ali's doing a good job, like, with consistent offense, making sure he's always throwing something, always landing something. But I'm liking the way that Cerberus is just getting all these shots to slip through the cracks, so to speak. Like, it feels like every shot Cerberus is landing is with good timing, if that makes sense.
100%. You got to have that timing because Makhachev hits so damn hard, and Ali's pretty damn skilled. Look at both of them targeting the body. Both of them have more body damage than head health damage.
Love it. This is what I've been waiting on, y'all.
Me too.
Take the ribs. Like you said earlier, the head will move, the ribs won't.
Exactly. I think people are picking up on that big time. It's a huge difference. I've been noticing it big time today. A lot of body work, man.
Yeah, now we've got, oh, wow, I was going to say Cerberus on top, and he's going for a guillotine right there, going for the cooking of the stamina. Is he going to be able to get the victory in the race? No, he is not. Makhachev's top game is good enough where he's able to get to that half guard position and then just get the free stand up. 12 seconds left in the round. We'll see if anything happens. Try and change the complexion. A big overhand lands. That could have been exactly what I was talking about. And another uppercut right behind it. These guys are fighting.
Yeah, man. What a great way to end the round there. A big-time submission attempt. Barely gets out. Then they stand up. Both get some good connections to finish that round. A lot of fun, man. This is the type of co-main that, you know, when it came together, I'm like, I think I like this more than the original matchup these two guys had anyway.
And it's extremely close, as you just saw right there on the briefly in the fight stats. But it looked like, I think Makhachev might have literally had one more significant strike. Like, that's how close it was. Beautiful takedown there from Cerberus, though, with the double leg scoop slam up against the cage. And now he's got him in the side control. Tries to get the crucifix, not quite able to do so. Good job there by Ali to keep himself, you know, out of that death sentence, more or less. Goes for the get up, but not able to get it in time. Oliveira is flowing right now in top position. Got him in the side control, able to get that denial, and we'll see what he's able to do with this position right now. And if Ali is able to keep him out of those dangerous positions like the crucifix. And again, it seems like Cerberus is doing a good job of getting to that sprawl, and they're just waiting to see which way Ali is going to go and being able to deny it immediately, keep himself in the dominant position, keep himself on top, flowing through that wheel. He's almost going through the entire wheel of BJJ right now, which is incredible and impressive to see. But a good job of using the cage to get that get up, and now switching this thing completely on its head is Ali ADP, as he is the one on top, and now getting those denials, landing some good ground and pound with the elbows from top position, and again stopping Oliveira from getting back to full guard. Now you got to wonder, is this where Ali is going to press his advantage, going for this arm triangle as well? course, we see the stamina advantage there for Cerberus, but being very strategic with the starting the cooking, stopping the cooking, starting, stopping, and now he's going to win the arm triangle race.
Wow, just
He does exactly that.
Oh, imagine the squeeze.
Like that, we're out of here.
Incredible squeeze out of Makhachev. Look, that took out 80% of Oliveira's submission bar. That's Charles Oliveira we're talking about. And 80% was squeezed out right there. Not to mention the stamina hit that caused. So big time sequence there for Ollie. That's huge. That's so big.
Yeah, and I was about to say at the back of Cerberus's mind. That's absolutely at the front of your mind, man. You cannot get yourself into that position. So he does a great job to get that sweep, get himself into the top position in half guard. Half guard. And now tried to get the mount, but a great denial there from Ali and a good job to get this thing back into full guard position.
Beautiful work there.
And that might be all she wrote, folks.
Eek, he got him,
dude. The denial, that's it. Good night. Wait, is it? No. Wow, incredible scramble there from Charles Oliveira to keep himself from losing this fight right then and there. That is spectacular. I mean, that's a straight submission defense right there, man. That by all accounts could have been it. Yeah, exactly. I did too. I thought we were done here.
Man, that's a real jiu-jitsu practitioner. Charles Oliveira squirming out at the last millisecond. Almost anybody in the world would have tapped on that one. But he's still with it, and he's on top. Nice. Oh, man. Fun round, man. The ground game doesn't always get the most love, and I can understand why. But these guys are making it look really fun and really good. So you get the right competitors in this game, even on the ground, you can make it look very fun, strategic. And, I mean, I'm not going to call this one fight of the night, but it's actually amping up to be potentially fight of the night. Definitely one of the more competitive. A lot of fun here. I think Ali's getting the momentum and kind of on his way to a win, but certainly not over yet. We're having a little glitch here. Looks like the spit bucket decided to kind of fly around in a circle. I'm not sure. We're good, though. We're fine. Exactly right. We're back, baby. Still, I still think Cerberus has got a decent chance, but I don't know. Ali with that big arm triangle and just his striking so good today. It's going to be really tough for Cerberus to get a win here with only 3 rounds, and this is the 3rd.
Yeah, this is pedal to the metal time, right? Cerberus has absolutely got his back up against the wall, and it's a very dangerous thing because, right, if you're Ali, you're going straight. I would be thinking going straight to the ground, trying to get that last little bit of submission out, just like that. But Cerberus knew exactly what was coming, did a great job to get that denial. And now, if I'm Cerberus, I'm firing uppercuts every combo just in case. You might catch him while he's, going for that takedown entry, and that could be exactly what you need. But obviously, you got to walk that line between aggression and predictability.
Exactly.
And Ali's doing a great job defensively here, Blue.
Yeah, man. He's still being very aggressive. He's not trying to shell up. Oh, nice takedown. That was a beautiful takedown. Very good turn takedown, man.
That might be just about it. We will see. Able to get the denial. It's not looking great for Cerberus right now. Obviously, he's still got 3 minutes to work. He's one position away from getting the full guard. But the posture up is not going to help his positioning at all. Able to deny that back mount. Now we'll see if he's able to use that as a point to mount some momentum.
All these denials have been on point all fight. And obviously this offense has been on point as well. Very bad situation here for Cerberus.
Not where Cerberus wants to be, especially now that we've transitioned into that full mount.
Ooh.
But a good job of catching him by surprise with that up get up. It's one of those things that's like, okay, he's never going to go for this. That, sometimes whenever you go for it, you can catch somebody's
Exactly. I mean, those mind games, especially at the highest level, sometimes they just become very simple because everyone's so complex and you just do something simple. And that's the galaxy brain move.
I've said it before on commentary. Nobody expects that 10th right hook in a row, right?
hockey fight. Just keep throwing it. A minute left here, Frank. Oh, big shot.
Massive
there.
uppercut.
Yeah, that took off half of Ali's head health. He doesn't want to, like, just be reckless in the pocket. His head health's pretty low, actually. He could potentially get flash KO'd if he's not careful.
Yeah, I'll be honest, with this last 45 seconds, I would like to see a bit more aggression from Cerberus, man. Like, you got to get on your horse now, man. It's now or never, quite literally.
Yep.
You know, I feel like you definitely did not win round 2. Round 1, there's a case to be made, but, like, you got to give the judges something good to remember if you're trying to get this decision. But he's landed some really good uppercuts and getting a lot of this damage off, but doesn't seem like it's going to be enough to get that flash like you had mentioned a second ago. Almost, but just not enough. Now we're going to the judges' scorecard. He was landing some crunchy uppercuts.
Yeah.
We're taking like half the health bar every time.
Ali was very happy to get that fight over with because he was getting caught up. He was sort of, I don't know, on his back foot. He wasn't fighting not to lose, but on the other hand, he was slipping behind the power curve there. Not enough, I don't think, to change the result, but we'll find out.
Look at his face.
Right? Caught a little bit extra damage. Busted nose.
All 3 judges score this contest.
Almost looks like a draw, but I don't think it is.
Declaring the winner by unanimous decision.
He looks a little sad.
Islam.
There we go. There we go. That arm triangle was huge. That definitely cemented it for a lot of ways, whether on the judges' scorecards, with the stamina, with just changing the way his opponent had to fight. Cerberus just knew that he was that close to being subbed, so he might have affected the way he was fighting on the stand-up, for example. So every little bit matters. Very fun fights. Again, respect both these dudes for taking each other on the fight when their own opponents pulled out. So last-second replacement in that regard. Both really showed up. Had a great fight. Ali, congrats. He's a champ for a reason. Cerberus, I ain't going to forget about you. Ain't going to forget about you. I'll be matchmaking you, putting you up against some more top competition when you sign up again, my man. Glad to have you in the ESFL. That was a fun one, Frank.
Definitely. Both those guys gave us a great performance. It was a ton of fun to watch, a ton of fun to call. Both of them really showed, like, just how high level every exchange could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, in these massive fights, in these co-main events, in these ESFL situations. So shout out to both of them. And guys, get excited, get live, get hyped, drop your fire emotes, drop everything. Give us a like, give us a subscribe, a follow, all of that good stuff. We are on to the main event of the evening, Season 1, UFC 6, ESFL 192. I've been Frank, this is Boiler. We're glad that you're here with us. And now, guys, we are getting into our main event of the evening. We had mentioned this is going to be a qualifying spot for that title tournament that's going to be coming up later in the season. So the winner of this will be entered into a 4-man tournament to win the belt later on this season. Of course, we will have more information on that later on, but make sure you're joining the Discord, make sure you're following us, make sure you're subscribed to all of our different channels and pages so that you can be tapped into that information when it drops. But for right now, Boiler, let's get to it, man. We've got DirrtyDave. We've got Smudger. This is going to be main event of the evening. Both these guys, top 15 legacy ranks. Both these guys have been around the block. What can you tell us that we don't already know about these top level competitors?
Man, it's so cool to be able to use the WTC bot, which is what's been running the record keeping and the ESFL queue and all the different aspects of the ESFL. It can do a lot of data mining. So I have all this information on my fingertips. Let's go deep in the scouting report because this is the main event. Mr. Smudger, No Mercy, part of the No Mercy camp. He is number 14 all time on the legacy. But his last competitive win, which was about a year ago, June 2025, he actually lost to Aussie Kid. Everybody loves the Aussie Kid, man. I met him in London. But otherwise, though, Smudger's record's been pretty impeccable the last couple of years, especially in the UFC 5 era. Big wins over Davey, over K1 Vuk, which is no joke, and several other great wins. DirrtyDave, though. DirrtyDave, the one and only. Met him in Vegas. I remember eating breakfast before ESFL Live Vegas 4 years ago at DirrtyDave, talking to him and DondaddaCam at the time in the hotel lobby, whatever. It was really cool to meet these people in real life. Everyone's great, but more importantly, they are awesome fighters. Number 7 all-time DirrtyDave, and he's been on a tear recently. DirrtyDave's an OG, but he's one that's never kind of gone away, Frank. It's not the return of DirrtyDave. He's just been a consistent force. And I'm looking forward to see what he can do against Smudger. Let me give them the formal go-ahead on this 5-round. Really title contender. Like you said, Frank, the top 4, or we're going to have 4 guys fighting for the belt. Winner of this will be one of those. So this is de facto title contention right here.
Yes, sir. At the very least, it's what do they call them in wrestling? A title eliminator, something like that. So
there you go.
See who is able to really stamp their ticket towards title contention. We're in the bantamweight division. We've got Sean O'Malley taking on one of my personal favorites to use, Dominic Cruz, especially in UFC 6 with the movement being, I think since 3, Dominic has had like custom mocap, but like now that everybody's got it and you can really see, his unique animation shining through. I'm a big fan of using Dominic Cruz in this game. So I'm even more excited to see what he looks like in the hands of a top level competitor like DirrtyDave. But on the other side, of course, Smudger is no joke. So we're going to see what we get here as we get this thing underway in a silent movie fight. So both these guys are starting things off. Smudger starting with the leg kicks. And it's gonna be like one of those old 20s movies, Boiler, where we're just gonna put like the little black subtitle between fights.
We need to like speed it up to 3x speed. Although here, these guys are fast enough at bantamweight. I'll tell you what, DirrtyDave, in my mind, I've always seen him as like Kamaru Usman in terms of his fighting style. Just he's got heavy hands, but he loves the ground game. And he's really evolved beyond that lately, but I still think like wrestling and ground is the core of Dave. And with Cruz, you could be shifty on the feet. You can strike. You can get out of the way, but he's still a great wrestler. So there you go.
There he goes.
I expect shots from DirrtyDave, although he can stay on the feet. Against Smudger, who's awesome on the feet, who's using O'Malley, I do expect Dave, and especially in this 5-rounder, to implement the ground game. We'll see. We'll
100%.
see. We'll keep this action heavy here, Frank. We won't have a lack of energy here in the commentary the way they're fighting right now.
No, for sure. And I definitely think that Dave will be trying to utilize that grappling. That's a lot of that's a thing that a lot of people don't know or don't remember about prime Dominic Cruz. Like we always talk about the footwork, we always talk about the head movement, and they were impeccable. But he was always using those to set up the takedowns. Right. He would go in and out with the footwork, in and out with the movement, and then whenever you feel like you kind of started to find a rhythm, you go to punch and he's underneath you going for a double leg, and you're sitting here going, "What just happened?" And I feel like we're going to see a lot of that. I hope rather we see that from DirrtyDave, just getting things where, exactly like that. You get him into a rhythm on the striking and then go for that takedown. But Smudger does a great job stuffing that takedown and then punishing him with some knees forward. The thing about Cruz, he can be a bit chinny. So if somebody like Smudger is able to stay at range, able to stay out of the way of those crazy hooks and uppercuts, stay off those odd angles, and then just, keep landing consistently, you can knock him out. And you can do so, I don't want to say easily, because obviously it's very hard to hit him, but he doesn't have the same chin that a lot of, these high level quote unquote meta fighters have, right?
Exactly. Got a good chin, but it's not 98 or 99 or 100. It looks like it's 95, which sounds good, but I mean, against a spinning kick against O'Malley, that ain't going to hold up necessarily. Big shots, especially over time as it gets chipped away. Super fun fight already. Remember, this is a 5-rounder, and they're already after it in the first round like this, my man.
I'm going to go ahead and put down a bet that we do not get to round 5. We'll go ahead. Can we start a channel points prediction? Like, I doubt this is going to decision, but we'll see what happens. Both these guys are really just getting after it here already in round 1. Both trying to find that advantage, both trying to see who is going to take that leap forward with the striking, and some nice body shots land for O'Malley. And some, nice leg kicks on the way back from Cruz. He's able to land a nice little 3-piece right there at the end of the round. That's going to be something for Smudger to keep in mind as we go forward.
Yeah, man.
Good round 1, very back and forth.
The, move set for Cruz is unique and really cool looking. He can come out with really weird angles of his hooks, of his uppercuts, really awkward and effective. So we just saw that in that last sequence there. Cruz looks like 95 takedown. He's got 99 cardio. Obviously, O'Malley's doing quite well there on that regard. So fun fight, man. I don't know if I'm gonna predict a winner by any means, but super fun type of fight. Nice.
There it is.
Ooh, there you go, right there, man.
Very well done. I liked how he started that out. He was doing the in and out darting movement, landing some good body shots, and then right whenever Smudger was trying to, he land his own return shots, that's when the shot for the takedown comes. And now he's got 4 minutes to work from top position, and as we see, he flows right into side control, gets that denial, and at least he intends to be here for a while, I would assume, Boiler.
I would suggest not standing up at this rate, but okay. Smudger's no joke. Doesn't matter necessarily always what your stats are of your fighter. If you got the stick skills, then you can get up. Oh, big shot there though by Dave.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Even whenever you get done using all of that energy, all of that stamina to stand up, and then you get a left hook to the body for your troubles, that's got to be a bit frustrating. Great job mixing in the body shots by DirrtyDave.
Yeah, man, very cerebral fighter, very cerebral person as well. Like he's the type of guy you can tell he thinks about stuff. I could come up with a Joe Roganism here and just say he's a very cerebral fighter, blah 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 blah. But it's true. DirrtyDave, definitely intelligent guy, fights that way too.
Definitely. You can definitely see there's a lot going on between the ears in both of these fighters right now, right? It's always a mental battle just as much as it is on the thumbsticks. So both these guys are well equipped for this war. Nice uppercuts landing there for Smudger, getting some good damage on DirrtyDave. You can see he's got a bit of a head health advantage. You'll see nice shots there from Smudger, keeping the aggression on. And nice job with the head movement there too. Like he's able, it almost feels like he's just sustaining the same combo, right? He'll go in, throw 2-3 shots, slip one, throw 2-3 more, slip another one. He's in a flow right now, is Smudger. And we'll see what Dave can do to interrupt that.
You can literally see Smudger's just picking up the pace, making some reads, becoming smoother, faster, more dangerous. What can Dave do against that? Because if it keeps snowballing like this, Smudger might be catching him with some shots that'll put him down.
Yeah, you got to wonder, would it be better for Dave to try and slow this thing down maybe? Since the pace is picking up from Smudger, would you advise maybe going for some clinches, some takedowns, just something else to try and stem that momentum?
I like the takedown attempt or putting him up against the cage like he almost did there and looking for those counters. You got 5 rounds to work with. It's true. You don't necessarily have to go piece for piece, but he's doing good damage against Smudger too. Like, don't underestimate Dave. Look, he's done some pretty hefty head damage to O'Malley too.
Yes, that's true. And it seems like every time one of those cruise uppercuts lands, you can really see just how dangerous he can be on the feet.
Yeah, coming out those weird angles, a little bit longer than you'd expect. It looks like he doesn't have that range, but he catches you. Super fast, of course. The cardio 99. Very fun fight. I love this matchup. I'm glad Mr. Dominic Cruz is a meta fighter here in UFC 6. It's really cool to see all like the prime versions of everybody.
Yeah, it just kind of makes you wonder, how do they pick and choose who gets a prime version? But that's neither here nor there. It's not a conversation for right now. Right now, we're talking about the body hooks from DirrtyDave and how he was able to land those really well on Smudger, and Smudger gets his own 2 back. And that 2-piece hook combo, goodness gracious, do we have a biscuit behind it? We're about to find out. A nice slip and rip right there from O'Malley. He's doing a good job of getting his own head movement off and setting up some really big counter shots. DirrtyDave is going to have to watch out because it seems like, I don't want to say he's getting predictable, but it seems like Smudger is getting a read on him. I feel like it's a better way to say that. So we'll see what happens. We are getting close to about the halfway point of this fight. We are in round 3. There's a little under 4 minutes left. Both these guys are swinging for the fences.
That switching stance, Smudger's switching stance a lot, and he's very effective with it. And he often will switch to southpaw and then uncork that rear kick to the body, his left foot, but in the rear position when he switches stance, and it hits right on the liver, right at the perfect range against Dave. That's where a lot of that body damage that Dave suffered has come from, is that kick.
And it's a very smart move because, like you had said, switching into that southpaw, you get that open stance bonus, just a little extra bit of damage whenever you are able to land to the body. So very, very smart, very heady plays by Smudger. Nice teep there from DirrtyDave, maybe trying to slow this thing down a little bit, keep some distance. Never mind, he's not slowing nothing down as he goes for that four-piece hook combo, able to land quite a bit of them, gets a good slip right there. And yeah, both these guys, man, are back and forth. They're doing great jobs with the head movement. They're both being defensively sound, and they're both getting their own offense off. It's very difficult to see who is stepping out ahead right now. I would say maybe DirrtyDave has an advantage in this round, but it's so close. It's so tough to tell, Boiler.
Very fun fight, and I agree that Dave is taking the momentum a bit in this round, whereas Smudger was doing a lot of work last round. Anything can change with some of these big strikes, especially out of Smudger's O'Malley, but Dave's fighting smart, good counters, good high-low mix-ups. Very fun.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I'm wondering when Dave's next takedown attempt is going to be, right? Because probably much sooner now if you take a spinning heel kick like that.
For real, man, for real. I don't think he should give up on the takedowns, but on the other hand, you know, Smudger's so good at the defense. It's so hard, man. It's so hard to know what to do. That's why these guys are top of the food chain.
100%, man. I'm just washed Unc up here in the booth, man. Don't listen to me. I'm just, you know, these guys are absolutely the highest level competitors, you know, that we've got. And they're both showing you that right now. It feels like this is a seesaw. It's just back and forth. There's no real clear advantage, I don't think, at least at this point in the fight. Maybe somebody in the chat's like, bro, you're an idiot. It's very obvious who's ahead. But right now, I'm seeing great moments from both these fighters, keeping this thing extremely competitive, keeping it extremely close. And it's a lot of fun to watch as we move towards the championship rounds, boy.
Yes, sir. Championship rounds. Finally, I've been complaining that we had 3-round fights all night, but now we're at the 5-round main event. So here we go. Championship rounds. I feel like Smudger's slightly ahead, but it's close. Smudger's taking a fair amount of head health damage, but Cruz is taking probably more and definitely more body health damage has DirrtyDave's Cruz taken. So close fight, though. And this is the championship rounds for a reason, man. Like, who can gut up and win this?
Man, we're about to find out. In very short order. Beautiful job on the monkey flip to counter the turning takedown, and then gets a nice right hook up top as well. Right now, Smudger is starting to figure out the rhythm, and it seems like he might be able to really press an advantage on this head health. And I believe O'Malley also has that power advantage as well. So, you know, at this point here in round 4, yeah, especially after that rock, if I'm Smudger, I'd be a bit more comfortable standing down in the pocket and just trying to trade and maybe take a few more risks. We'll see if he's feeling the same way.
Stepping back, managing distance so well. And that takedown defense that O'Malley had a little bit earlier, that Smudger had, was just perfect. Because DirrtyDave's setup on the takedown was perfect, and he still stuffed it, man. It was beautiful work.
Yeah, that just goes to show how good both these guys are. Because like you said, that takedown setup was impeccable, and so was the defense of it. Like, you know, just showing that there really are levels to this game, man.
Oh, yeah.
And it seems like they are on a very similar level, you know, if not the same one right now. But Smudger, like you had said, is really, in my opinion, starting to take a step ahead. That right hook is going to do a lot towards that. And then he's following it up with the body shots as well. I'm loving that because he's giving Dave so much to think about. He's giving him just something else, another look. And, you know, that's got to be difficult to adjust to while you're already in the process of being rocked. Am I right?
Oh, yeah, man. Like split-second decisions. Your thumbs are probably inputting the action before you even, like, realize what you're thinking. And you're just doing that for 5-minute rounds, 5 straight rounds. Like, it's you got to have some good reaction skills here, man.
Definitely. And you can see the defense of Smudger, even, you know, in these exchanges, he'll throw like a jab or two and then start looking for that slip so he can really take the advantage and capitalize, get that counter damage. I think he might be looking for a one-shot knockout, but goodness gracious, if you keep digging to the body, you're going to get something one way or another.
Dude, we're getting some great body work today, Frank. Me and you love the body work. We're getting it
100%.
in spades.
I'm loving it. And yeah, right now Smudger is fighting like a bat out of hell, man. He's he's going with that I'm leaving here with something approach, whether it be to the head, to the body. He is trying to take something off from Dave and take it home with him. He's doing a great job of just staying in the pocket, staying in his face, but also being defensively responsible, slipping those shots coming back to him, and then landing his own. That left hand was massive, and now he could finish this fight with 7 seconds left. Never mind. He decided, let's go to round 5.
Yeah, he had to have decided that. He could have thrown some punches. He didn't. I don't know why. I could maybe if he had a lot of time to go, he wouldn't have done that, so he didn't get swept or this and that. Didn't waste stamina, but I don't know. He's like, I'll let you rest. We're going to the 5th round. I really think that's the truth there, Frank.
Yeah, I mean that's. They heard me say earlier that we're not going to need all 5 rounds. So they're like, all right, come real quick, and then we're going to get back to it.
Insider trading on Polymarket. I heard that might be what's going on. Check the books.
Yeah. Hang on, I'm getting notifications from Call Sheet right now.
I love it, man. 5th round of the, what do we call it? The title elimination fight.
Yeah.
Right? Title eliminator. Not a contender necessarily, but the eliminator. Winner of this ends up in the 4-man tournament announced here. Like I said, 2 or 3 weeks from now, we'll have that tournament. More details to come. Join the Discord and follow our social media. We'll give you some more info on that. But let's finish this fight strong here, Mr. Frank.
Yes, sir. Another slip from O'Malley. You can see he's landed 135 kicks. That is ridiculous. That is insane. You gotta commend the gas tank being able to even throw 135 kicks in 20 minutes. And that's just the ones he's landed. But no, these guys are mixing it up in the middle of the pocket as another massive right hand lands from O'Malley and going right back to the body work. Man, Dave is in trouble. But even then, still marching forward like a man on a mission. He knows he's got one avenue to victory, and it's probably a knockout, and he's doing his due diligence trying to get it, going for those leaping left hooks with Cruz, not able to get it because O'Malley does a great job of slipping off to the side and circling out, keeping him from those dangerous positions. But right now, man, it looks like... Oh my God, I was literally about to say one big hook from O'Malley can end this, and then he gets head kicked, and now completely different complexion. And O'Malley just goes down. Cruz is chasing him around, walking him down, putting his hands on his face, man. I'm running out of words.
It's crazy, man. Dave, I'm telling you, he's cerebral. He's been waiting to uncork this last bit of attack. He almost got the finish there, I swear. Here we go, 2 minutes. I don't know, Frank. I'm not sure who's going to win. Whoever wins this last 2 minutes is going to win it all, and it might be a finish, might not. I don't know, but here we go.
Yeah, I'm not going to make any predictions on that at all. The only prediction that I'm going to make is that this could potentially have become fight of the night as Cruz gets rocked once again. DirrtyDave trying to keep himself in this fight. 2 minutes left. We're going to see if he's able to pull something out of the safe, pull a rabbit out of a hat. He's got one chance left, I would think, right? There's 90 seconds left. We're going to see. My goodness, and he takes it. He gets the slip. He gets the rip. He's able to get the rock, and now he's trying to walk him down. He almost, that toe was inches away from sealing his victory right there. He almost got the head kick that almost sent him to the stratosphere, not quite able to land it. This thing is getting dicey. Brother, we got a minute left. Who's going to pull it out? Folks, are you not entertained? This is a legitimate gladiator fight right now, man. Y'all better be showing love in the chat as this thing comes to an end.
Oh my gosh, man. Finishes him. That's fight of the night. Like you said, that was like bubbling up. Okay, that's probably fight of the night. But the last couple minutes of there, like, okay, man, fight of the night. Hell of a fight. Hell of a performance. Smudger and Dave. Smudger hangs in there, though, man. Devastating finish in the 5th round. You still win your cow sheep bet there, Frank.
Yeah, this is all part of my master plan, right? I see these things. My cat is in the other room, pissed off right now. He's like, why are you screaming? Because I just witnessed greatness. That was incredible. Oh my goodness. That was a movie. That was a movie. We just watched Rocky 6. Creed 4. It just happened in front of our eyes. Maybe not Creed. They look a little different than Creed. That's neither here nor there. That was a spectacular fight, folks. We need y'all to show your appreciation for that. We need y'all to drop follows, likes, subscriptions, all of that stuff. And hey, we need y'all to come through and jump on these cards, man, because hey, you could be getting into fights just like these and having a great time. Oh my goodness, Boiler. What did we just witness?
I am entertained, man. I am entertained. Virtual violence, ESFL odds, the guy never disappoints, and it just kept getting better all night. And just when you think you see probably the best fights of the night, DirrtyDave, Smudger, bring it to that next level. There's levels to this, including to the fights of the night, Frank. We just saw another level.
To be fair, you know, they might have had a bit of an unfair advantage because they did have 5 rounds to work, but they just used that 5 rounds to paint us a beautiful picture. I mean, that was 2 virtuosos of violence putting together a wonderful masterclass on the canvas, and I'm glad that we were able to witness it. I'm glad you guys were here with us as well. Guys, what a night. What a day of fights. How much fun was that, Boiler?
So much fun. You're not going to find a league like this. You're not going to find an esports organization like this that has 13 killer fights in 3 hours, all action, nothing boring. Like, that was incredible. Calling the fights is just madness in a good way. Like, I had so much fun, but I'm just like spinning around in circles. I'm going to go back and watch this card from scratch because there's so much good action that we're just like forgetting about because it just kept getting better. Yeah. And the ESFL's back, baby. ESFL 192 in the books, and season 1 is off to a great start, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm hoping that we see more of you guys in the chat. I'm hoping I get to see more of these fights as we continue going down through season 1. Guys, how much fun was this? I had a blast. We hope y'all did too. And make sure that you guys, like I said, are following all of us. Y'all can get more information on our title tournament coming up. Boiler, do you have anything you want to say to the people before we get out of here, man?
Oh, congrats to Smudger. Look forward to seeing what you can do in the 4-man tournament next week, August 30th, Sunday. Same bat time, same bat channel. Going to have a great card, ESFL 193. The winner of that main event will also be in the 4-man tournament for the belt later, probably in mid to late September. We're aiming for. Otherwise, yeah, Frank, I had a great time. Dude, you killed it. We had a lot of fun. Neither of us, I wasn't ready to jump in comms. You carried it, man. You kicked ass. We have such good chemistry and stuff, dude. We got to get back in comms again sometime for real, dude. I had so much fun. That's all I got to say. It was awesome, man.
Always a blast to be in the booth with you, Boiler. I mean, even if it was by, last minute happenstance, what'd you say earlier? We just call that serendipity, baby. That's show business.
Exactly.
Hey.
Show must go on, man. Be water, serendipity. It was destiny for us to make this happen, Frank, and we kicked ass, buddy. And so did everybody. Thanks to Ziaf for helping with the wrangling, Webcam. Huge shout out to Feckit, running the back. Huge shout out to Luke, aka Luber Libre, the mind behind WTC, bringing everything to a new level. And shout out to the competitors, all the viewers, everybody I might have left out, man. We're bringing it. This new era ESFL, baby. It's fun.
Yes, sir. It's a ton of fun. I myself can't wait to get back in the booth, folks. This was a blast. Boiler can't wait to do it again. I would say our fight of the night has to be the last one, right?
Yeah, has to be.
Shout out to those guys. Man, what a blast. What a great time. Thank y'all for having me. Thank you for putting all this together, Boiler, and all the hard work you do behind the scenes. But until next time, folks, we will catch y'all later. I am Frank, no streaming. You can call me Frank, and we will see you guys next time.